Good day, everybody. How's it going tonight for the last panel of the day?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were asking the audience that.
I was going to
Oh,
say,
well,
are we supposed to answer?
I'm just waiting for answers from anyone. It doesn't matter who.
Sorry, we're all low energy right now. Like, this is the last panel of the day, and we've got like two people across their. Sorry.
Something here.
We're all silly gooses right now. We're running on adrenaline.
I didn't mean to have Kawashitai over you.
I don't believe that for a second. It's always intentional. It's always time to Kawashi time.
Sorry, back to your intro, Bard.
Everybody, how's it going? Are y'all excited for the last panel of the day? Another game show panel.
Woo! Woo!
What's gonna happen if I'm not the most energetic one in the room? What's gonna happen? I wonder.
Everything would just fall to pieces. Anyways, I'll baton pass from there. Hello, everyone. I'm Lightning here with my co-host Duquesa. Want to say hi, Duquesa?
Hello.
Hi, Duquesa.
Hi.
What if Duquesa just says no? I don't want to say hi.
Kawashi Tai.
A couple things in Twitch chat were saying the voices are echoing.
Oh. Give me one quick second here to see why that's an issue. It shouldn't be.
I was going to say, we're not, like, there isn't anyone in the voice call who's echoing us.
Yeah.
Let me listen to
You might be
Twitch for a
getting
second.
you might be getting the audio twice from two sources. Oh, there I am.
The technical portion of the stream.
Twitch chat, is there still echo?
Do you hear two of me?
I don't hear two, but it sounds like it's layered. What is causing that? Because I didn't change anything from last stream.
Oh, do we have
Apparently,
reverb?
Are there two sources that are capturing audio in OBS? Like when something's speaking, are there two bars going up in OBS on your audio mixer?
Apparently it's picking up on my mic.
Are you using headphones or earbuds? Or are you getting it from your speaker? Uh-oh. Everyone's quiet now. I'm scared.
I was
Don't
just
worry, I
quiet.
can
Oh, okay, there you go. No one was answering. I was just like, did I mute?
Over you.
I was like, did I mute?
I mean, at least we have time to go over if we have to after the technical difficulties.
We can be here for hours. Doesn't that sound great?
Aka, you
We're
would
gonna-
love that.
We're gonna have a
Yeah.
we're gonna have a podcast after this. Remember?
Honestly, oh yeah, the sun is starting to rise. Cool.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
It's after this
Time
is
to
a
wake up.
2-hour podcast about how cool Radiant Dawn is.
Good morning.
Yeah, the sun is rising.
As the radiant dawn starts to show itself outside out your window.
Oh my god, it was a Radiant Dawn reference all along.
It's symbolic.
You were on the path to Radiant.
Wait, this could be sunset. No, I think it's sunrise.
Okay.
What half of the day is it anymore?
Testing?
Okay,
Can you guys hear me?
This
Twitch chat is
file-
saying voices
there's
should
not much.
tentatively be
Nice.
fixed.
Oi,
So,
can you guys hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, but you're
Hello.
a little loud for me.
Okay, that's because I was holding it right into my mouth. Okay, so now I'm picking up my audio again. Okay, now that's okay, someone speak?
Yes.
Hi.
Maybe.
Hello.
What if I didn't though? What would you do then?
Okay, chat, do you still hear an echo? Because I just got my microphone back.
Fun fact, chat. I think I only get half an hour of actual
Yeah.
night time.
Alright, we're
Okay,
good.
they're saying that it's good. Okay, I don't know what I did to actually fix it, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
barely fixed. So
Sometimes
we're
you just
good.
gotta reset. Sometimes you just gotta unplug and plug it back in again.
That's exactly what I did. Okay,
All right, take two.
let's go.
I need to hide Twitch chat so I don't get any answers.
I guess
Okay.
Daniel can moderate for us.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna
We
take the
need
reins.
someone-
Am I allowed to speak while I moderate, or should I just mute.
I don't think it's
What do
a
you
problem.
mean?
I'll take my leave. Good luck.
You know, I'm confused as to what you mean. You don't have to leave.
No, you don't. You don't. You
You,
don't.
like, oh, sorry. You can have commentary, and like we could actually use you for the pick a god and pray perk.
Pick a
think
god
he's gone
and
already.
pray.
Wait.
Pick
okay.
a god and pray.
Thank you.
There we go.
Alright, anyways, let's see if we can salvage this. Hello everyone, I am Lightning, here with my co-host Duquesa. We've already had our hi Duquesas. So we're here with Who Wants to Be a Bullionaire, which is based on the hit TV series Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Now, we're not playing for prizes, unfortunately. This is just to see, like, which team is superior. So we have the Estes team, which is me and Duquesa, and we have the mod team, which is consistent of Akka, Zed, and Bard. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves or anything? Or is it just too late for intros?
We could do quick intros. Bard, you go first.
Hey, so if you guys forgot, I lost Jeopardy. I'm here to try not to lose again. I'm rich with a dollar.
Zed?
Hi. I've been here the entire time. I'm doing a panel tomorrow as well.
I'm being helpful.
Yeah.
Yay.
Everyone is EP princesses right now.
Oh,
I'm
true.
okay.
And then Akka, did you have an intro?
Hi, I'm Oka. I am ostensibly in charge here. I like Fire Emblem, but I'm EP and stupid, so I will make a fool of myself here. I hope you all are enjoying the con.
And now, as I run on adrenaline, I'm going to explain to you guys the rules of this. So, it's pretty much a climb the ladder type of situation. As you see on the left here, we have a list of games, and that is what the questions are going to be based off of. So, it's each team's job to get to the highest level, and if there's a tie, I have no idea what we're going to do. But since this is a late night panel, maybe we'll just be chill and we'll just like keep answering the questions, but we'll just keep in mind how far we got. There is a perk system, or lifelines, I should say, that the teams can use at any time. Duquesa, I know you probably weren't prepared, but did you want to explain the perks? Because I want to give you some airtime too.
If I can get the notes so I don't explain them incorrectly. We're very professional here, I swear. So pick a god and pray is phone a friend. In this case, possibly Daniel, I guess. Recruit is skip a question. Ashura's curse is 50-50, so 2 of the incorrect answers will be taken off. Ask the army is the chat. You ask the chat's opinion and see if they give you the right answer. And then Divine Pulse is a redo if you get it wrong, essentially.
Exactly. So we're going to be starting off with the mods and the hot seats, and these are going to be questions that Duquesa and I made. But before we begin, can we have one last loopy plug for charity for the day, please? And thank you, Akka.
Wait, me? I'm doing the plug?
Oh,
Okay.
you know what? You're right. Bard, can we get a plug?
do you want
for
me-
I was
charity?
gonna say, Bard is a streamer. I can do it.
Oh,
I would
Okay.
prefer Akka to do
Daniel
it, so I
can
don't know
do
what
it.
to say.
We can all do it.
Someone else.
Let's everyone plug
Daniel.
for charity.
at all at the same time. Throughout EmblemCon, we've been raising money for charity. This year, all donations are going to Direct Relief. They are a nonprofit humanitarian organization whose mission is to improve the lives of people in poverty or emergency situations by providing medical resources. You can scan the little QR on screen below chat or type !donate in chat for a link to the Tiltify. Your donations will enter you into a raffle, which you can potentially win some of the wonderful art pieces that have been being donated by our friends in the Artist Alley. Type !raffle to learn some more. Our goal is about $1,000, and I think we're over 600 at this point now. I know we can definitely meet our goal, but Yeah, we can definitely meet our goal by the end of tomorrow, I'm hoping. So, yeah, thank you to everyone who has already donated thus far.
Thank you for that, Daniel. I always
No
want to
problem.
remember to plug charity at the beginning of the panels. Anyways, without further ado, Zed, Akka,
Yeah.
and Bard, are you guys ready?
Ready
No.
enough.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, let's begin. Your first question. Which character do Gray and Claire name their son after if he dies? And this
Oh
is
my
all
God,
collaborative between the
so-
This
team.
is the easiest question.
This is the easiest question. It's Tobin.
Is it? Are you confident?
I haven't
Okay.
played this game, so I have no answer.
So you are locking in Tobin?
I
Tobin.
trust in Zed.
Sure.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay.
Cool, I don't have to demod you.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the stake. Jesus Christ.
Next question, Duquesa?
What is the name of the television program that Mamori is the host
Okay.
of?
Microwaving with memory. It
Yeah,
was
that
referenced
sounds right.
earlier.
I specifically remember in
Huh?
Faye it's like microwave and idle, so microwave
Yeah,
and memory.
it's microwave with memory. She cooks by just putting food in a microwave.
Jeez, I
Is
wanted
that
to
really
hear
cooking?
Duquesa's last option.
Huh?
Well, we weren't
I wanted
reading
to
the
hear
other
Duquesa say
options.
that last option.
Oh, sorry.
Super happy.
No, you're good. You're
friendship
good. I'm just
cooking
teasing.
hour.
I'm just teasing. So you guys are locking in microwaving with Mamori?
Yeah, that
Mhm.
sounds right to me, and I don't know this game either.
All right, and it is correct.
Okay.
Which is Florina's only support conversation with a male character?
Oh.
Is it Hector, Elliewood,
Hector,
Kent,
isn't it,
or
guys?
Wrath?
It's
Hector.
100% Hector. That's the pairing I always do.
They have a paired ending.
Yeah, they have a
together,
paired
don't they?
ending. It's the pairing that I always do in
All three of
FE7.
us agree on Hector.
Yeah, no, it's Hector. No
It's
doubt.
Hector, 100%.
Yeah.
That is correct. Don't worry, things get harder from here on out. We
Oh,
just
lovely.
wanted to dip your toes in the water.
Okay.
Duquesa?
Minerva shares a name with the Roman counterpart of which Greek goddess? Aphrodite, Hera,
Oh!
Athena, or Artemis?
Got it.
My
Athena.
guess, I was gonna say, let's not lock that in. My guess was also Athena.
It's Athena. I know my
Are we
Greek
confident?
mythology very well. It's Athena, Minerva.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a nerd, so.
Great. Locking in Athena.
Yep.
You are correct.
I know my Greek mythology very
Okay.
well.
I was gonna say, that was like my presumption as well.
Next question. Who is the most recurring named enemy in Fates, appearing as an enemy in 7 different chapters? Is it Takumi, Xander, Hans, or Iago?
Oh, those are some good. My immediate thought was Takumi, but it could be Yago.
I don't think it's Hans.
We could. Do we want to? How many are we in? This is the
I
fifth
think
question.
it's Takumi or Iago. Most of those in. Hold on, let me think. Because you can fight Takumi in like 10. On Conquest, it's 10:23 in the end of the game. I do know that he turns up as an enemy on, I think it's the Rev map, and no, was it the Rev map? No, I think that's the one where like Izana freaking convinces him to like join the others. And I think he's an enemy on the Birthright one, where he's on like the Ninja Forest. So that would be like at least 4. It might be Iago because he is like on an enemy on the Conquest routes as well, and he turns up on. I'm
Isn't he
feeling
in
a little bit
Revelation
more
as well?
Yeah, he's also
Like,
on
isn't
Revelation.
Yago an enemy in all 3 routes?
I think he is. I want to say
I
it's
think
Iago.
I think Hans might be, but I feel like we fight.
No,
Like, we could do a
Hans
Shira's curse if we're not
is-
confident.
Yeah, I'd be okay with doing a Sheriff's Curse on this one.
It would suck to crash out on the 5th question.
Yeah.
You know what, that's fair.
Also-
Number
I don't know,
yeah,
what do you
yeah,
guys
fine.
think?
Let's curse it. I'm pretty sure it's not Hans,
Okay, so
and it's
you're
definitely
locking
not
in.
Xander.
Mm-hmm.
You're locking in Sheriff's Curse, which is 50-50. So Duquesa and I will each eliminate one wrong answer. So I will eliminate Xander.
Okay.
Yeah, that one I was confident on.
I'll eliminate Iago.
It's not Iago. Oh, then it's probably. Oh, let me think
You
about when you
fight-
fight Hans.
Do you fight Hans in every route?
You definitely fight him on Birthright, where I think he turns up on. He definitely has 24 because that's like the map where you beat him. And he might be on. He might be on the Scarlet map, but I'm not confident. And I don't really remember what happens to him in Revelation.
I'm not a Fates expert. I have no clue. My instincts want to say Takumi just because, like, I remember
Yeah,
Fallen
my-
Takumi in Fae.
The
Yeah,
thing is,
I've been-
This question was made by Duquesa. Duquesa, excellent question. You really got them thinking.
No, this doesn't feel like one I should be tripped up by.
I mean, before we were thinking it's Takumi or Iago, and Iago's gone.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess it wasn't. I guess
But it
wasn't
has
Iago.
been like nearly 10 years since I've played Fates.
I've only played like. No, I've played them like semi recently, but it's still been like years.
I only played Revelation. That's it. So.
You only played Revelation?
Fascinating. Why would you do that to yourself?
Why would you do that?
So I like the idea of having all the character, or majority of the characters, almost all the characters. I'm like, why did they split Like, just I want them all.
So you can have them all with like the worst balancing?
But I have them all.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Man. I feel like chat's
Anyway.
probably like shouting at us right
They
now.
probably are. Hold on, and just doing
Sorry
like
guys, we're
another
too good
mental
for
task.
Fates. We don't know.
No, I should know this. I've played like a fair amount of Fates. It's like my most played 3DS game.
And we can't
Okay,
double
what else would you
lifeline.
like?
I know that.
What was that, sorry?
I'm like, we can't double lifeline. I know that.
Can we not?
Yeah.
Actually, I think you can
Okay,
do double
you-
lifeline if you
I
want.
was gonna say you can on Millionaire.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want to do another one, go for it. These are the only ones you get, so if this is this difficult now, imagine what Sacred Stones are gonna be, Radiant
Yes,
Dawn.
but like to be fair, actually, we should look at the future games coming up and be like,
Who
even
has
if
what
they're higher
covered?
up on the list or more difficult, if we know those games better.
So I
Like-
think I probably have like a better shot at like most of these because this is like basically trying to think of 3 games at once. In
Yeah.
a way.
Like, I know for a fact I got Radiant Dawn down. I've got, of course, Past
Well-
Radiance down. I've got Heroes down. I should have Genealogy down. 3 houses
I
we
think-
should have.
Okay, what did the other lifelines do again? Sorry.
Pick a god and pray. Summons Daniel. I can't remember the rest.
know.
Ask the army is ask the chat. Divine Pulse and
I
Recruit.
thought
I don't
Recruit-
remember.
I thought Recruit got us, Daniel.
Okay, so pick a god and praise, phone a friend, so that's what summons Daniel.
Oh,
Recruit
never
skips the question. Ask the army, gets the, or like we check the chats to see what they say. And Divine Pulse is a revive redo, so if you fail it, it automatically activates.
Oh, okay, so we get
Oh,
one.
so-
Oh, okay.
So we could
Uh,
do the 50-50 and hope for reactivation, I guess.
Maybe, but
Like,
I
if we
also
get it wrong.
this is kind of early. I'd rather not burn it now. We could just ask.
Yeah. But also, it's more likely. Like, this is a more likely time to guess because it's a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. We have already like. Okay, I'll just give it one more like shot trying to remember when you fight Hans because he does turn. I'm pretty sure he turns up like towards the end of Conquest when you fight Diago.
I legitimately have like no memory of when you fight Hans or Takumi, to be honest.
I do remember that. Yeah, the main
Who's
like
the enemy in the map where you pick your side?
is Takumi. Oh, that's a good point. I was forgetting because he would be on chapter 6.
Isn't he
wouldn't
like an enemy really early on?
Yeah, because
like,
like if you go Conquest, he's on chapter 6. Like there's chapter 6 to chapter 10. I don't think he's at the Opera House. I do remember he's on the wall because so we'll ignore that for now. He's on the wall, then he's on the final map, and then in the other route you definitely see him as an enemy on Birthright. I don't remember Revelation, but if he is on the Opera House, and if he is on no, am I thinking of Birthright's Opera House?
I mean, either way, from the sounds of it, you're thinking of like 5 different chapters at least.
I'm happy to say Takumi at this point.
I'm gonna say I think locking in Takumi is like acceptable.
Takumi, final answer.
Takumi, final answer. Ah!
Takumi is correct.
I just used Fey
Okay.
logic. Yes.
And Sacred Stoners, if we get stuck, we have a perfect pick a god and pray for Sacred Stoners.
Yeah.
So true.
Fun fact, Takumi was the most recurring enemy in the series before Three Houses came out.
Oh, when it was just like freaking
Makes sense.
Hubert after that, was it?
I don't know, probably.
Moving on. Dikessa, I think this is your question.
What weapon type can you teach to any unit?
Dark magic,
thanks to
final answer.
knowledge?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you
heard
wanted
that.
to let them finish the question, but yeah,
Well,
dark magic.
Okay, thanks.
I know that glitch. I used to do that all the time.
I think I've done it before as well, actually. But
I watched a
Jesus,
friend.
okay.
I watched a friend do it for Vicky.
I want all my sages to be Athos.
That was so fast compared to Takumi.
I
Sacred
thought this one was
Stoners, man, we do
harder.
our stuff.
Is-
Radiant Dawn!
How much gold does it cost to recruit the firemen in Radiant Dawn? 1,000,
Okay.
3,000, 7,000, or 10,000?
I think
I'm
it's
pretty
10.
damn sure it's 10,000.
I think it's
isn't
10,
it?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure Volk charges you the fat stack, but I also haven't played Radiant Dawn in like.
Like, I actually thought before seeing the numbers that it was 20k. So, like,
Yeah, same.
these are baby numbers.
Okay,
if
I think
less
it's
than
because
10.
he gives Ike money later.
Oh,
that's-
wait. He pays. Doesn't he pay you back for, like.
Path of Radiance, yeah.
You hire him in Path of Radiance, and then he's like, oh, yeah, I'll make my fee lower.
Yeah.
Because you
Did
paid
you-
me in Path of Radiance.
Don't you hire him when there's like exactly one unopened chest left in the game or something?
Oh, yeah, there's, like, no point in hiring him, but it's fun.
But yeah, 10,000. Lock it in. Agreed?
Yeah, sure. why
I'm
not?
honestly kind of scared of it. It feels too easy,
Feels
but,
too easy.
like, part of
Uh,
me wants to say something like 7, but...
I don't. That's such an oddly specific number, though.
I heard locking it in, so I'm gonna click.
He did lock it in.
Oh!
Alright, okay.
What?
So your Divine Pulse is activated.
Okay.
Alright.
I thought it was
Does
10,000.
that just mean we get to redo the... Oh, okay, so...
Okay, then it has to be 7.
Right, okay.
If it's not 10,000, it has to be 7. I know it's a large amount.
I'm willing
Like,
to.
it's
I'm
a
willing to
really
say
large amount in Path of Radiance. In Radiant Dawn, it's, like, not much at all.
Oh yeah, but it's like
Uh,
it's no 1,000 or 3,000 is my thought process.
I don't think it's 1,000.
No, it's
like,
definitely
I
not
did say 7,000 when we were discussing
Yeah.
it just.
I will just confirm, just because I'm slightly anxious, Dikessa, I did word this correctly based on your question or your prompt.
Yeah, we know who it's talking about, and I know what the amount is that he cost.
Yeah, we all know who the fireman is.
Obviously, it's Bastion. Anyway. I'm willing to say it's either 3 or 7, but I don't remember that much about like that part of Radiant Dawn.
Daniel was also here, but go on.
Yeah, to be fair, we didn't let him get his Sacred Stoners moment.
That's true. Sorry, Daniel.
I am sorry, Daniel, for us knowing the question. Like,
It's okay.
I
You're-
will say, technically, if we're gonna keep true to Millionaire, like, Daniel can Google this, because, like, he's an outside influence. We can't control what he does.
mhm.
Oh, I don't need to Google this.
Daniel says he knows
If
it.
Daniel, I'm willing to call in Daniel.
Pick a god and pray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's pick a Daniel and pray.
All right, we're picking a Daniel and praying.
What's the thing?
Pick a god and pray.
I got
Thank
you. So remember, the fireman really doesn't like Izuka. So if you recruit with, I usually do it with Alencia. If you do it with Alencia, you get a discount. He'll do it for 3,000 gold.
3K.
Oh, he
Alright,
would
if-
know this. Alincia
Yeah.
simp.
Oh yeah, no, I have
It's-
complete faith if it's Alencia or Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
3K, lock it in.
3K lock in.
If we're wrong with demodding Daniel.
Apparently, something's not working on my end. It should
Oh
have
god.
worked.
Oh. I mean, I know it's correct, but
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip to it so that way we get the satisfaction of it lighting up. There we go.
It's so funny that I knew because it's an Alencia adjacent answer.
Yeah. No, the
No,
moment
no,
you
but-
start saying Alincia, it's like, okay, we're fine. It's not this.
I will return to the shadows as the fireman does himself.
You want to just go out the ones we've used? We should only have like 2 of them
Yeah,
left.
if you go back, you could like quickly click the answers so that they're crossed off and shit.
Oh, it doesn't. We have to like go back through all of them, like from
Like, it
the
won't
start.
take
I
long.
think.
And then
There
we're
we
gonna
go.
tick off the lifelines we've used so that we don't get
Yep.
to cheat.
And there we go. Don't mind that it got ticked on again. Like, that's just the coding. Okay, here we go. Next question. Which of these characters cannot become a dead lord? Sarah, Lithis, Galzus, or Pern?
Oh, I should know this one.
Thracia?
A deadlock. Wait, what?
The Dead Lords. If
Sorry, Duquesa, I took the question. You can get the next two.
in Thracia, if you have certain characters dead, they appear as the Dead Lords. In the final
I
map.
didn't let my characters die.
No, I know.
I haven't played
I know
Thracia.
some of them, but I don't remember all of them.
My
I remember. I think Raedric's one of them, and he always turns up. Because, like, it's Raedric.
my instinct
But-
is saying Pern because like why the hell would Pern bother coming
No,
back?
there's some like miscellaneous choices in there. That much I remember. Lithis is definitely one. You get Galzus like right before this, but I'm also pretty sure they deadlord him.
My instinct says Pern, but
I
am
want to
happy
say
for us
I'm willing
use
to
the
say
lifelines for a while.
Sarah, because like she's kind of hidden, but also I've never gotten her killed because she's like good. I used her. I got a ping in the chat. I'm not looking at it.
There is also skip a question.
There is do we want to skip it?
I'm happy to skip it.
Yeah, I haven't played Thracia. I got no answers.
Let's not take the chance. I've been meaning
I'm
to
happy to
revisit
skip it because I don't really know what a deadlord is, even though I've
No,
played
me neither.
Thracia.
They were in Awakening.
No, but like I mean like the whole mechanics and everything of it.
Right. For the most part, it is basically just like vaguely scary enemy that can have like character face.
we'll say Discord chat is very confident if you'd like to ask them.
Do you want to ask them? That way we can keep the skip for later.
Yeah, let's ask Discord.
Alright,
Let's
let's
ask
ask chat.
Discord.
Alright, I'm looking at the ping and panel room chat. Alright. According to Oblock,
You were correct when you said Sarah, according to Oblock.
that was correct. When I said
But then
Sarah.
Oblox also just said Pern, which is what I said, not Zed.
Right.
Oh,
Are we allowed to ask Oblock for clarity?
it's Pern.
Yep,
No,
by all
oh,
means.
so that's right.
No, hold on, is it? Oh, about
it's not
Raedric.
Raedric.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's
Multiple
Pern.
people are
It's
saying Pern.
Pern.
Okay, Pern it
I
is.
feel like
Alright,
people Pern because
if it-
no one gives a shit about Pern. Like in the story, kind of.
Pern. I'm. If chat is confident in Pern, I'm willing to say Pern.
Oblock
I don't know, we've
Oblock
got
knows our
two
early
people-
FE games, so I'm willing to trust
Yeah,
Oblock.
I have faith that Oblock can carry
Manatee
us.
Key has the baby girl Julius profile picture, so
Yep.
you're both banned from the con if you're wrong.
Okay.
Don't like hearing
Let's
Let's just
Yeah.
do pun then.
Yeah.
Let's lock in
And
Pern.
final answer.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
You two are
Correct.
saved.
We
Alright.
did use the Asty arm. Yeah, there we go. See, okay. Here we go.
Yeah,
This
and then
one-
we just have to skip and that's it.
Ah, shit. Who gives a shit about Three Hopes?
I played like almost all of it.
Yukessa?
Which character has two distinct gender model variants that are not based on gender or time skips?
So, which
You
character has
can
two
say
distinct character
gender
model
model,
variants that are
which-
not based on gender or time skips?
There's a bunch of random like.
What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I need to understand the question. Sorry.
Why would
So
Because
it's
they
a
have
character that
two
has.
different models that will appear in gameplay, but it's not because, for instance, Byleth having two different genders, and it's not them looking different because the time skip happened.
It's just not, okay, so
Oh.
two designs, not time
So,
skip or gender.
This is not a locking in. An obvious answer is Constance because of her
Ah.
depressed and like not depressed
Oh.
modes.
I want
like-
to say Constance is the one.
That
yeah,
makes sense to
because,
me.
It makes sense, but it feels a bit easy.
Dimitri to my okay, I haven't played Azure Gleam yet. That's like the one I haven't played
Azure
yet.
Gleam's the only one I have played.
Okay, so between us, we have at least played all of this game.
Yes. I haven't.
No, I
definitely
got to like
played
part 2 of Azure Gleam, and then I read like the last Marianne support I hadn't seen yet. And it's just like, yeah, I'll do the rest of this later. I didn't.
I just stopped playing because I don't like this. That it's not. I don't like it.
I think it's like fine. I was just like
I'm
really not in the
still-
mood for it.
I'm still 6 years later, burnt out on Three Houses.
I
You and the rest of the
Um,
community.
Okay, the other one that would make sense to me is Byleth, but I don't think it's Byleth.
Byleth makes sense for reasons of like depressed and not depressed, kind of. For the same reasons, like
I mean, I was
you
gonna
fight
say
Wait, don't you fight Byleth and they're like possessed by Sothis?
yes, yeah, because
And then you
the
also can
Byleth's-
fight Byleth not possessed by Sothis.
Yeah,
but
I don't
know
think
if
it's
that
Dimitri.
changed the
I
model.
Yeah, but
don't,
is
I
the-
don't think it's Dimitri.
Is the possessed
I don't think
Byleth
it's
before or
Demetrius
after
either.
time skip though? That's the question.
I mean,
Well,
Uh,
I'm saying that I
just want
think the
chime in
difference is
for a
that they're
second,
possessed by
sorry?
Sophis and
I will just make mention that I was the one that made the question, and this is based on what was put on the Fire Emblem wiki, that if there is a different answer, blame the wiki.
wait, which one are we talking about? The independent one or the fandom one?
I don't know the difference.
Is one
Was
run
it-
by? Is it the Wikia one or is it the .org one?
It's the Wikia one, the one fandom,
Okay.
and you get like a bunch of ads.
I would not trust Wikia with my firstborn.
My bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's most of the time it's okay, but also there's just like a few things where it's just like completely useless.
I still feel
Um,
like Constance is more of an like
I think
I'm stuck on
Constance
Constance
makes a
right
bit
now.
more sense, but like the Byleth hair change is like the one that's making me reconsider.
well, hair change would be. It wouldn't actually
It
necessarily.
wouldn't be based
Okay.
on no, that would be based on
See,
like
it'd be
something.
based on whether Sophis is. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's whether it's like a Sophis possession thing. Because I think you fight Byleth, and Byleth's like a bit
Does
like.
that count as a distinct model though? Because they do have to add the hair, the share, the words. Sorry, the shade under the hair for Constance.
Yeah. Also, Lightning wrote the question. Does Lightning have a
This
crush on
is
Constance?
true. No,
Like-
okay. So consider what we've
Like
learned about.
Constance is kind of Lightning's type.
No,
Like, she
this
fits
no,
the
this
bill.
no, absolutely. I agree with you. We know blonde, rich woman or nobility.
A blonde rich woman who's also depressed and like.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, we're talking about
No,
Heather,
I-
but depressed.
No, this has. No, you know what? No, I think this is Constance. I don't.
Are we
think
gonna
we're
go
getting
with
them.
Constance just because
It's Lightning.
wrote it?
No, I'm fully willing to commit to the idea of bias. In this.
I'm thinking
question.
I'm gonna keep saying Constance.
Constance.
I'm gonna go Constance. So locking in Constance? Question mark? Not for sure. I'm just asking the others.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
I
so
think it's
scared.
Constance.
Like I'm willing to go Constance.
Fine.
Okay, locking in Constance.
So here's the thing about this. It's
It's
Sorry, is
broken again.
It's
Is it
she's
broken
my
again?
least favorite character in there, but you're right.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, I
You're
can't
right for the
believe
wrong reasons.
We picked the
Wow.
wrong reason, but the right answer, so it doesn't matter. Let's go.
like, we really task failed successfully that one.
I mean, there was a point where she was thinking about it, and then the opinion swerved around, to be honest.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's no offense to her. It's just like the nighttime personality. Like it was all right, just not my cup of tea. But I'm just not a big fan that they kind of use the daylight one as humor. That like I understand it's serious. I just really don't like how it's portrayed. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you're kind of
I
bottom.
guess that's fair, yeah. I think she's funny, but that's me.
Anyways, Duquesa.
What is the reason why Kath hates nobles? Nobles ordered her father to burn down her village. She was sold to a nobleman, then escaped. She witnessed nobles abuse the poor, or no reason, she just does. Which is valid.
I have an old friend who really likes Kath, and I definitely knew this answer several years ago.
The last time I thought about her, it was not in the context of remembering the words that describe her.
I
The last
feel
time I thought
like
about her, I was thinking about the posters she sells in TMS.
I
That's
feel
true.
like I'm
Um,
torn between sold to a nobleman and escaped, or witnessed nobles abuse the poor. 100%. I'm willing to bet on those two.
That's-
I think it's the third one, if I had to guess, but I'm also
I
entirely willing
also
to skip
feel
this
like
one.
the burn down her village one is somewhat potential.
You went ordering her
Yeah,
father to burn down her village?
Yeah,
I'm.
just kind of
This
feels
is.
right.
I think looking at what's upcoming, I feel relatively confident, and I think I have. I don't have much confidence one way or another in this one. I'm willing to use the skip here.
I'm willing to use the skip as well. Like the goal is for us to get as far as possible. I would say for us three, this is our weakest game of the ones
Yeah,
remaining.
no, I have because I have played this game like I think 2 or 3 times. I have not read all the supports in depth.
Do we
like, at
still
least to
get
an
to
extent
do we
where I've
still get to know
memorized
the
them.
answer even if we skip it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm willing to skip.
Is that the difference for you? Like, oh, I want to know the puzzle.
Well, I
No,
just want to
'cause-
see because I want to say sold to a nobleman and escaped. We're still gonna skip it, but that's what I'm going towards because something about that one.
Wait, she's somehow yeah. I don't think it's that, but I could be wrong. So yeah,
Alright,
skip.
we will skip.
Final answer.
We're skipping, and the answer is
Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
you heard it. Okay.
Yeah, no, I would
Never
hate nobles
have
too.
faith in me. People never have faith in me. I thought that was right.
No, it was just because all 3 of us had different answers. And it's just like, yeah, are we sure?
Yeah, but now looking at the
Aka, you
upcoming
did
games,
win
we're
the
more
Jeopardy, so-
that. Okay, Path of Radiance. Let's go. Tell us again.
let's go. This is my turn to field. How many different
Oh,
death game
crap.
over quotes does Ike have in Path of Radiance?
This
3,
is
5,
basically
7,
a
9.
guess. This is basically a guess.
Okay,
It's
so
more
I
than
do
3.
know.
It's
I
more than
know.
3.
Okay, let me think, because like no, obviously he's gonna be like the normal one. I know he has different lines for the Black Knight fights, and I don't know for sure, but he probably has a different one for Ashnard as well.
Probably, yeah.
He'll have a different one in the tutorial because his dad's like, "Yo, you're not fit to like
Yeah,
stop your training."
that's
There
at
are
least
any other
3 for sure.
circumstances where he would probably have one that's different.
Like my
just- you wanna
gut
do the
instinct is 7.
Because I also remember that Path of Radiance makes like a ton of adjustment based on who's alive or not. So like that could
Exactly.
also
Like
influence
very
it.
specific things of like if Mist is alive, maybe he has this death quote. If Storm's alive, maybe
Like for sure, it's beyond. We're definitely canceling out 3. It's way more than 3. It's easily more than 3.
Yeah, we can eliminate.
Like as it is,
we
we're
can
looking at
eliminate 3, I
like
think.
Black Knight. We're looking at Ashnard. We're looking at Grail. We're looking at basic death quote. We're looking at whatever else.
It's got to be like a handful just based on whether or not Mist is alive. I don't think there's anyone else who would like
do we
necessarily
think
factor in. Maybe
He
Titania.
might-
Would Titania
He might
come
have unique death quotes as well on that chapter where he's carrying Rayson, on the 4-part chapter. Not like Rayson,
Oh,
Leanne.
that's true. The
On the
one where
4
he's
parts
heavyweight.
where he's carrying Leanne.
Yeah.
As well as he probably has different ones in Endgame.
I think 9 is extraneous. I think it's 5 or 7.
My gut is 7. My gut is that it's a lot.
I want to say 7 as well,
Yeah.
just because like 5 feels too low for the fact that I counted off 4 off the top of my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 7.
Honestly, part of me is leaning towards 9, but I think 7's like.
Last time we didn't trust
Yeah.
Akka. Akka was right. I want to. I'm going with Akka.
Yeah, that's 7.
7.
Oh,
Akka.
7. We're locking in.
Lock it in.
Yep.
Yes.
okay.
Akka saved the
Oh,
day.
Great job. Hashtag listen to Akka.
Yep. See, I listen to Akka. I'm like, Akka right. Akka right.
Uh-huh.
Moving on. Duquesa?
What is the name of the shepherds in the Japanese version of Awakening? The Guardians, Crom Vigilantes, the Order of Heroes, or Crom Militia?
Okay, so I got into
If
the
it has
series in
Crom in
20...
the name, that's so cringe.
No,
Do we think it's Order of Heroes? Part of me thinks it might be.
I don't think it's Order of Heroes.
I'm fine with it not being. I just.
I don't think it's Order of Heroes. I think if I'm looking at this, it has to be the Crom Militia or the Crom. Like, they can't be vigilantes because like they work literally for the guy. Like
Yeah.
vigilantes doesn't make sense.
like Guardians or Militia makes sense, I think.
Yeah, I'm torn between those two as well.
My
either
gut
them-
still says Order of Heroes for some reason, even though I know
Crom
that.
Militia
in
feels like
Heroes.
some cringe thing Vake would say.
I'm trying to think of how Japanese would word things.
No, here's the thing. I've listened. I played Awakening with like the JP voices on, but I got the game like 2 years
I've
after
never
it was
played with JP
localized. I've
voices.
never like had to look at the Japanese version.
I'll be back one quick moment.
Are you cheating?
No.
Okay.
Duquesa, can I get a little source check on where you got yours from? Because the chat's saying that the Japanese word can be a little fiddly, so I just want to make it fair to the contestants and the audience too, where the source is from.
I think it was the Fire Emblem wiki again. I will double check.
So while we're waiting as well, I did notice in the Discord chat that someone said that they remembered something about the Cath question. I did base one of the answers on character support that I read in Forging Bonds. I know I'm gonna get this wrong, but I know it was like a recent banner. It's a character that's not like a uber important character. I wish I could remember who it was, but I think it was a binding character. One of
binding
Alina's?
character.
Oh, pardon, sorry?
I'm just trying to remember who like other binding characters. How long ago would this have been? When did I add Cath?
Cath was in about 2 or 3 years ago. The one that I saw was like in the banner with boars, I think. And it definitely wasn't boars.
I did not do that Fortune Bonds.
Also, the translation is the same on both Fire Emblem wikis.
Alright.
Thank you for the source check, and thank you, chat, as well for that. We just want to be sure to be fair. Like, Duquesa and I, we put a lot into
it. Feels like such a transliteration, though. Like,
to be fair, when like Japanese translated does kind of sound wacky.
It's like
So like,
I feel like the shepherds is definitely
Guardians
like
and shepherds are kind of the same thing, so it would kind of make more sense. Like,
we need to think more nonsense.
But like, yeah, like the question is the original going to be something logical or is it going to be something shit?
Because Awakening like did have like a handful of changes like that.
Oh, Awakening had a lot of localization changes, didn't it?
Yeah,
It was
so
done by
like
8 Core, and they tend to be a bit more like relaxed. They tend to take
Yeah.
a few more creative liberties, which means it could basically be any of these.
I don't.
Crom
I
Vigilantes and Crom Militia are really bad names.
they,
Like,
they
Which
are.
could make them correct, to be fair.
I mean,
they're
vigilant.
not. They're
Is it
like definitively not vigilantes, right?
like they're not necessarily
Well-
that. I don't know. What's the deal? Like,
He's
they
the-
don't really work for
the
Crom. Like,
prince of his country. Like,
we
they're not
we
vigilantes.
know they're not vigilantes, but what if the translation
I
doesn't
think-
know?
That would
Right?
be really funny if the Japanese called them vigilantes when they're not vigilantes.
with the context of it being 8-4 that localized it, and just like kind of, part of me thinks it's Crom Militia, and if it isn't, it's the Guardians.
Hmm.
Like,
we have 0 lifelines, so it's basically just a guess.
yeah, this is kind of. Which do you feel more confident in?
I said the
I
answer.
will just toss a little bit of a question, of a thinker to you guys.
Okay.
Do you think Fire Emblem Heroes would reference Fire Emblem Awakening with Order of Heroes?
I said that multiple times.
Yeah,
Multiple
there
times
is.
I said I think it's a purposeful reference, but I don't know.
I genuinely do not know.
If Rai can do a little bit of gaslighting, I can do a little bit of gaslighting.
Like, that is the
Making
exact
chat
reasoning I
upset.
said when I said Order of Heroes sounded right to me.
Yeah, but if it's gaslighting, then I don't think it's Order of Heroes in that case.
Oh no, don't let her get to your head.
Guardians,
Look,
Maybe
militia,
I'm helpful
vigilantes.
by gaslighting you into thinking that I'm gaslighting. The gaslight paradox.
I am used to manipulative little shits in my day-to-day life, and you just gotta learn to ignore everything they say. And like, you can engage with what they say, but you don't take any of it on board.
So,
Sorry, Lightning.
this is the ultimate
I
question,
say
crew.
that with the most love I can.
This is the ultimate
No,
question,
don't worry,
crew.
I know.
Do we want to go with so Aka and
Huh?
yeah, so crew, the question is, do we want to go with something logical or go with something that sounds really stupid that could be right too? Like, that's the
I am
question.
more inclined to say stupid.
I'm inclined to say stupid because
like, my gut feeling says Crom Militia.
My
Do you
gut
want
feeling
to
is Order of Heroes, but
do you want to come in and say that?
I'm honestly thinking it might be vigilantes just because it sounds so dumb.
So we
It
have
might
no
be a thing.
consensus of me.
do we want to roll a die?
All right, hold on. Where's my? I'll roll a. I can roll a d6. What numbers would you want to be?
I would like the numbers 2 and 3, please.
2 and 3. Bard.
1 and 4.
2, 3, 1, 4. I'll be 5, 6 then.
That is how numbers work.
I said roll a d6. Google. We got a 5.
So that's you.
So you
Yeah,
decide.
how? If I doubt Orca, I might be modded.
No. No.
I really want to say it's the Crom Militia. Like, I know what it is. Something's just pulling me in that direction.
Well, I'll go with you.
It is impressive how long this has taken to come to a consensus.
It kind of has, actually.
And these are all questions that Duquesa made that made them discuss the
Right.
longest.
Alright, yeah, honestly, just rip off the first of Crom Militia.
Chrome Militia.
From militia is incorrect.
I
Ah,
just when I heard that at
Is
some
it the
point,
stupid one?
No.
Is it the stupid
It's
one?
vigilantes.
Mm-hmm.
It's vigilantes.
They're not vigilantes.
yeah, but maybe Japan just thinks vigilante sounds cool. That's all it could be.
So
It's
what's
all in the
stupidest
translation, probably.
Okay, I don't remember, I never had to look at Awakening and before it was translated. I probably would have known that if I had to.
Right.
Apologies.
No, it's fine. Honestly, when Decassa proposed this question to me, I said it's the Guardians. She said no. Okay. I said, is it Order of Heroes? Maybe they made a reference. No. Crom Militia? No. It's really the Vigilantes? That sounds so stupid.
Alright.
So I just
Yeah.
searched it up, and it's kind of funny because I think militia is because in the definition of like what Crom is doing, it's like leading a state-sponsored militia. So the group is a militia, but they're called something else.
Technically, I think the group is supposed to be outside of the government so that he can do things without having to ask Emerin first, but then they sort of forget that part like halfway through the plot.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
It truly was the stupidest choice of them all.
Yeah.
Alright, so Team Mod, you made it to question 12.
Now's a good time to say that I kind of didn't scale the other ones for difficulty. So,
I was about to say, yeah, like as we step into the next one, Duquesne and I are going to be on the hot seat, and I am scared because I don't know what the scaling's going to
I
be
feel like our
but
questions are not actually that hard.
they're not hard to me because I made a lot of them.
Yeah, but like, I read all of them.
That's true. Like we have like knowledge bias. We can't just say, oh yeah, they're easy. It's like how like a new Fire Emblem game comes out, and everyone's like, oh, it's so hard, and then it's out for like 2 weeks, and we go, this game's easy.
But we don't have questions on like the Crom Vigilantes.
That's true. You'll know that's true. That is something. Do you want me to read the questions or something?
We can take it in turns if we want.
Yeah, sure.
That's what I was
wrote exactly one
feel free to
question,
gaslight us.
and all of the questions are written by Zach.
Hey, I can watch chat again.
Oh, chat is hyped for BSFE question.
Yeah, I see it. Oh
Chat is
my
hyped for
God.
BSFE question.
Yes, it's gonna be so
Oh,
good.
okay, that definitely was the sunrise. Cool.
I will say,
God.
that BSFE is going to be one of my weak points, but I did like do a lot of
That
reading
one I think
about
was actually one of the easier ones.
when writing up like the little blurb for O-Block on the website.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be something I know, but let's see just how
I
much
think
If you
that
lose
one is
because O-Block accidentally buffed you, then I'm banning
To be
O-Block.
fair, I know nothing, so.
Someone's getting
alright.
banned today.
We beginning?
Yes, we are. Let's go.
Across both Book 1 and Book 2 of Mystery of the Emblem, which of these characters is not playable in every chapter?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Hey, let's see here.
I'd like
I know
to
nothing about this.
Because it's Mystery of the Emblem too.
I will say that I think there is an obvious one you can eliminate.
See, here's the thing. I want to say Marth I can eliminate, but at the same time, I remember reading that Chris was in an academy with like Katarina and Luke and all those guys. So it's like, is there a map where Marth is not playable because it takes place in the academy?
Okay, am I allowed to clarify one thing about the question?
No.
I assume the clarification is that it's mystery, not new mystery, so Chris is not involved.
Oh. That's my
I just
bad.
say, Zed, don't you dare help them.
I can't remember if Mystery of the Emblem includes the first game, because I feel like that was a thing in it, where like it's also the first game.
That is also something you would know if you did the schedule.
I have not played Mystery of the Emblem, to be fair to myself.
We do have a divine pulse.
I think Shadow Dragon added stuff to the beginning of it.
Oh, I think I'm getting something. Oh, I think I remember. I was going through the FE Wiki, which organizes the characters by their appearance. So, like, when they appear, when they're recruited, whatever you want to call it. I think I remember seeing someone, and I was like, oh, that's a little late for them to come in, so it might be Sita.
Are you confident?
I mean,
No,
that could make sense, especially if it does include the first game, if it has stuff with, Marth like leaving the castle before he actually goes to Talus. So like I could see why Sita would make sense to show up later.
Do we want to lock it in?
I'm afraid to, because I don't want to lose on the first
You,
question, but that's my best guess.
okay, you're going with Sheeta.
You do
I'm
have a
taking the
divine
bullet.
pulse.
We're going to Sita.
You're
Okay.
correct. To answer the question, Sheeta is available on every map in Book 1, which is a remake of Fire Emblem 1, where she has perfect availability, and then she turns up at the end of Chapter 4 of Book 2.
That's what I saw.
So it was right for the wrong reasons.
Just like with us!
Yay.
Similarly, I'm pretty sure Marth, Drow, and Gordon are the only 3 to have perfect availability across, like, all the maps.
Wow.
I guess it
Moving
makes
on.
sense.
Dang, the first question
Early
stumped you
game.
guys for a second there.
I mean, we're starting with ones I haven't played.
Does someone else wanted to read this one?
In Genealogy of the Holy War, in which chapter can Lex receive a Brave Axe? Is it Prologue, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, or Chapter 3?
If the question was like who gave him the brave axe, I would be able to answer that, or what the weapon was, or what he dropped in there. I just don't know the chapter number.
I don't know either. Like, I don't know if we should just skip it, to be honest, because I have no idea.
I'm down for a skip, but I just want to logic this for a second. I do remember the Battle of Valhalla. Like, I know that's kind of like halfway through, or I guess technically not halfway through, because things are a little long, but I remember, like, that battle being, like, an early number, maybe? So I don't think it would be Chapter 3 at the least, because I don't know when Lex is recruited, but it just, 3 feels too close to the battle. So my gut is saying 2, but I'm down for a skip.
So I think Valhalla is like maybe chapter 5 or something, because there's not very many chapters. 3, if I remember correctly, might be Eldigan is in that.
I mean,
so I don't know if
he's in
be
more than one
around
of
the
them.
time. Well, I know there's a song that's named like Chapter 3 Eldigan, so that's my frame of reference.
Okay, so we are recruiting and skipping. So, which one's the answer?
You're skipping is Chapter 1.
Okay.
Basically at the right at the end of Chapter 1, you have to like drag him through like the forest where Deirdre lives, and then put him on like the end of a peninsula, and then he tosses like some other nondescript axe he already had, and then like the woman turns up just like, hey, did you want this silver axe or the gold axe? And he's just like, no, mine was just like some stupid iron axe or something. And
It's
then
that
he's just,
fairy.
yeah, and it's just like, very good, you are very honest, have this brave axe, and then it cannot be inherited.
They retell that fairy tale story, essentially. They throw the axe in the fountain. It's essentially that, but in Fire Emblem.
As far as the other trivia, he's recruited in the prologue.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I did know about like the retelling because if I'm not mistaken, in Heroes, like Ozra was the one that came out of the lake, and I think Edelgard did it as well because there was that whole like hack versus chop.
Speaking of
It was
heroes,
a sludging bog thing. Yeah. Oh jeez.
in
I
Fire
read this
Emblem
one.
Heroes, which of these characters was the 1000th hero added to the game? Is it Percival, Astrum, Patty, or Har? Hardy har har.
I know what it is. It's Patty.
I was also just gonna go har har har.
If you know who it is, then lock it in.
Locking in Patty. I'm chronically online on the Fire Emblem Heroes subreddit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is Patty. That one I thought was one of the easier ones.
I'm
The
sorry
other
for the
three,
lost lightning.
and so the other 3 characters were just ones I thought of.
I mean, it's good, like, Percival's a good distraction, but I know Har would have been way too soon, and Astrum would have definitely gaslit my brain had I not been chronically online.
In Blazing Blade, the Fire Emblem 7, just for clarity, which of these units does not contribute to determining which version of Pale Fire of Darkness is played?
Oh, Duquesa, this one's for you. Like you're the music person. Feel free to roast me on this, but when I played Fire Emblem when I was younger, I played it all on mute. Or just like very low volume just because
I feel like this is the first kind of mean one that I put in.
Yeah. It's like I don't know which song it is or what the context is. I sort of want to say Dart just because he feels the least like connected to other characters. So if it's like the version depends on sadness or something. Like if they're dead, the song is different. I don't know how it works though, so I really got nothing.
we do have a lifeline.
Yeah.
I want to save Daniel for like a Tellius question or something of the sort. Sheriff's curse. I don't think it would be
Yeah, I can't believe you're
beneficial
playing both
here.
sides, Daniel.
What about Daniel?
I can't believe you're playing both sides.
Daniel,
You know
he
what?
is a god.
A god doesn't discriminate.
Exactly.
Well,
He's fair to
unless
all
you're
his people.
certain Fire Emblem gods, but I'm not that kind of god in this game.
I'm down to ask the army, and if they're wrong, we do have Divine Pulse.
Yeah, because like making it a 50-50, it's already a 1 in 25, so it wouldn't really help much.
All right, we're asking the army.
Okay, chat.
Okay, Army.
Who do you say? I'm watching Twitch chat.
Chat says Dart on Discord.
Twitch says I have no clue.
I thought someone say dirt. Someone said dort.
Dirt, dort, dart, dork.
So
Do you have any
Dart...
Bort license plates? Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like the vibe is Dart or any variation of DRT.
Yeah.
D'Artagnan.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
That
You're
makes
locking
sense.
Yeah, locking in Dart.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Chat is correct. Okay, so firstly, this is a chapter. This is not a piece of music. Secondly, there's two versions of the map.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's famously the map where depending on the version, it like checks how many like I think it's doors you open on one where it like decides whether you get Corel or Haken. But basically, it checks the total EXP gain of two pools of units.
Hero Crest or
One of
Guiding
them is
Rings.
units. Yeah, where it checks like Sarah, Urk, Priscilla, and
Lucius?
Lucius.
for the first one, and then Dorcas, Bartray, Raven, and I
Guy.
remember who the last one is. And Guy, yeah, or G, I think they call him in Heroes. But yeah, but in I forget which version of the map actually corresponds to which. But basically, the Dart it doesn't count with a group because he doesn't promote without he promotes with an Ocean Seal.
Wow. I'll be honest, I never used any of those units except maybe Sarah, so like I was just rolling. I had no idea. That is so cool.
It's cool.
This is something the game does not communicate to you, I will say that.
No, it doesn't tell you at all. You just figure
It
it
just
out.
decides to split the path without telling you.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, one time I went through one path, and then the next time I'm like, I'm pretty sure I made the same choices. What's going on? Why is it different?
Because do you remember what unit you got? I think I got the Corral one.
Probably Corel. This is a
If you're
fake
playing- if
Fire
you're
Emblem
playing- if
fan.
you're
It's
playing
been
the
a
map-
very long time since
I will
I've
say that if
played
you're
a lot
playing the
of
map
them.
like a normal human being, you will get Corel, who is just distinctly worse than Haken. Like Corel's fine, but Haken is just utterly cracked.
He just went to my bench, admittedly.
Same.
I think we're doing pretty good. We already burned through 2 lifelines, and it's only question 4. So we're doing solid.
Well,
No.
I didn't scale the difficulty. Admittedly, I kind of just like, yeah, could I just make sure it worked? And then when we were trying to like get this one, I was like, hey, Lightning, why doesn't this work? And then she was just like, oh yeah, good news. I know what the problem is. Bad news. You won't be able to fix it.
Yeah,
Next
sorry
question.
about
Yeah.
that. Moving on.
Okay, you can have this one.
In Path of Radiance, in which of these cases do you not obtain the Occult Scroll? So, Chapter 16, base conversation with Stefan, dropped by Schaefer in Chapter 22, in Torania's inventory, or in a chest in Chapter 13. So which of these will not give you an Occult Scroll?
I know one that definitely does.
Which one?
Stefan. Because
Okay.
if I remember correctly, occult scrolls are something you need for Ike, which is why I cared. And I remember Stefan's also just because I like Stefan, and he has like 2 conversations.
So I'm gonna give a little story about this. When I played Path of Radiance, I actually was visiting Duquesa for the first time, but every time we played, it was always like in a little camper on a tiny TV screen, like very late at night. And so I think like a lot of information just got seeped out of my brain. And I remember there was one night where we were trying to rush through maps and we let Reese die and we just went, oh, we don't want to do this. You know what? He's staying dead.
We were so loopy, and it was at the very end of like a long map near the end of the game, and just poor Reese.
It was the one with Izuka and like all the Lagoos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one can be rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we thought, okay, we'll just do one more. Shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, no, it was bad, and we had to go like to a convention that very day. Like we had some time to sleep, but wasn't it like 2-3 a.m. before we went to bed?
It was something like that, because we were marathoning to finish it because we were going to the convention, and then she was leaving at the end of the convention, so we had no other time to finish the game.
So I have no idea if that chapter 22 is like viable or not, because like everything in those later chapters is just like from my brain. All I remember is that you could pick like a Royal Lagoos and just like go kill Ashnard. That's all I remember. It sounds.
I feel iffy about Taro Neo's inventory, but
I'm feeling iffy about that one too. Because I feel like if it was in there, I'd be like, oh, this is a little strange. Like, it sounds viable, but I feel like, if anything, the strange items would be in Radiant Dawn, considering, like, you have the Micaiah army and the Ike army, so... Yeah, I'm feeling the inventory. You want to lock it in and, like, do a Divine Pulse? Should we ask Daniel?
I mean, like this one. I mean, this one might not be Alencia related, so you never know.
Uh-oh.
Also, as they said, Daniel can technically Google.
Yep.
We cannot
I
stop
mean-
the Daniel from Googling, but if he
I mean,
does,
I wouldn't stop Daniel
he
from
will
Googling.
lose style points.
I feel bad for it. I'm thinking about it right now too.
I guess we could risk it, because
I,
we're probably losing a lifeline either way.
You're gonna say Zed?
No, it's alright. I forgot what I was gonna say already.
Alright. You get the vibes of the inventory. I get the vibes of the inventory. Vibe check. Darn.
No, you.
That's one that I did know. I knew Tornado has one when you recruit him.
I just never used him, and I didn't pay attention.
I would just pluck the occult from his pocket and say, "See you later."
The question had been, who does have it? And it was the Stefan. This would have been so easy.
To get the answer right.
It's gonna speed run. It was Sita, and then
Chapter 1.
1.
And then Patty. And
Dart.
Dart.
And then here we are. And you used freaking Divine Pulse, Recruit, and Ask, yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh,
Duquesa, do you want to do something? Actually, maybe not. I don't know. Binding and Thracia are definitely knowledge gaps for me.
especially if it's about gameplay mechanics type stuff, which seems to be the vibe. I'm more of a lore girl.
Yeah, I'm like lore and characters and see, we know Daniel knows it 100%, so we can use that, get a guaranteed go on, and then for Binding and Thracia, like we'll have chances are we'll have to use 50-50 for either of them.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
wanna
it's
do that, or-
already a 50-50 is the thing, so.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Because you already know which one is definitely not false. I'm pretty sure you mentioned one already that you know for sure has one.
Yeah. So, I mean, we could use 50-50, and if you guys were feeling nice, you could just give us the answer, but...
I mean,
What, just tell you? Oh, wait, no, you mean the Asher's Curse.
I'm
To be fair, yeah.
I'm open to corruption. I am not. I will do many things for the right price.
Zed, I'll give you 2,000 Monopoly bucks if you give us the right answer.
The one time I played
Ooh,
Monopoly in
Trevor,
my
hard bargain.
entire life was at school, and I saw people cheating by giving each other money under the table, and I've just never played Monopoly since.
I know you're in Monopoly money debt to Bard from earlier.
Hey!
You can pay back the debt.
Oh, that was me.
I'll pay you back your money if you don't help him. But if you help him, you get nothing.
I got all
Anyway,
that.
back to the question. So I think there's two that you can rule out. One for sure, and one that you're pretty confident in. Which of the other two would you think is the most what's the word, feasible?
Oh, wait. That's good, thank you. If it's something for Ike, why would the enemy have something for Ike? Because if Toronio has it, that means he's supporting Ike. Although, like, I could be wrong with that, because who knows what's in chests.
I mean, that's fair. I was also thinking that maybe 13 is too early of a chapter for them to show up. Because, well, no, Stefan is also before promoting, but...
We have actual bribes in Panel Room 1 text.
I will give a hint that is really not a hint. You do get multiple occult skulls.
No, I know.
We can determine that by...
Aren't there 4 of them? I want to say.
I think it is 4 total. Yes.
Now remember
I'm
that.
sure
Why
the
couldn't
chats
that
are
have been
probably
the
yelling
question?
at us right now.
The chat has been like a little bit mixed on this one, or at least not as confident as previous
As I
ones.
say, our chat is full of frigging Arcanea and Yugdraw girlies. Like,
Yeah.
our chat was screaming at the first 2 questions.
They were
Hey, you know
losing
who
it
you are with your
about
little emotes.
some of your ones from the last board. The Pern and all. Oof.
The Pern
I
of
just
the
had a
Pern.
Oh
thought.
boy.
I just had a thought, and if we're still indecisive, I'm gonna like put my foot down and ask Daniel. Since we know about the first 2 with Stefan and Toronio, they're both stuff that like it's beneficial to Ike. So I know that like Schaefer, like what connection would he have to Ike? Like I just keep going to that train of thought of why would he have something for Ike? The chest makes sense because it's just random loot you'd find, like a master seal or something. But why would he have this if it's beneficial for Ike?
It's a fair enough train of logic, and sure, I'll go with it.
Okay, you don't want to pick a god and pray?
I'll trust you.
All right. Come on.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Hey,
so,
you did it.
So here's so I'll explain the
I
conceit of the
think
question. Sorry, Daniel, do you wanna
So I think chapter 13, that's the one where on the ships, right?
Yeah,
There's like
chapter 13
there's a lot.
Chapter 14 is one of the boat
Yeah.
maps.
It is
I'm pretty
on
sure.
the top
There's a
ship
lot of-
on the left-hand side, bottom on the
Yeah.
bottom chest.
Is that the one where
Um,
you have to? Is that the one where we game overed because we let Saniki get kidnapped?
I think
Yeah,
that is
that's
the
it's
one.
that
Yeah.
chapter.
Yeah.
That's
It's
the
that
one
chapter.
with
So
Astrid
there is one in the
died.
chat.
The
And...
one where
when
some
you-
incompetent
when
person
you
playing the
recruit-
game
When,
overed.
yeah.
In
When
the
you
It's because
recruit
documentary.
there's a lot of chests in that chapter. And one of them has the
Yeah.
occult in them.
I'm pretty sure if I remember right, Tornado is initially an enemy. You have your
Yes.
choice of either recruiting him or you can just steal it from his inventory. And then
Yeah.
Stefan does give you one in a base conversation if you recruit him in freaking Pacifist Desert.
Yeah.
The conceit of it, I'm pretty sure one is dropped by a boss, but it is not Schaefer. He's the boss of the priest shoving app.
The answer is Hafed of chapter 27. That's the one that drops it.
And
would
Whoever,
I
whoever that
tried-
is.
Yeah.
also to explain their utility, because that seemed to get a little muddied. The occult scrolls give a promoted unit their occult skill, which is like their class's like unique skill. Like it would give a swordmaster Astra. In Ike's case, it gives him.
That's how you-
Ether.
Okay.
Yeah,
in a
Radiant
paladin's
normally
case, it
gets
gives
that
him
for free,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
in Path of Radiance, you have to use the scroll on them.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like it can be used by basically any unit. Stefan doesn't need one though because he just comes with Astra anyway.
Yeah.
Very small story before we continue. Like, I don't know if I remember using occult scrolls, but just because of like the whole like Ike skill sort of thing, I remember when I was playing with Duquesa and we did like the Black Knight map, I absolutely stunned Duquesa because she did not know you could fail that map. And it's because my Ike was hitting like a wet noodle, and she's like, "Why? What's going on?"
Sorry,
I
is this
knew
the
you could fail it. It was just impressively bad.
sorry, are we talking about the Black Knight map on 27?
Yeah, like the one with the castle that you can either
yeah,
like.
no, that one.
The real fight.
I'll also share a fun bit of like gameplay trivia about that. So, that one is like literally just before you can give Ike a resolve scroll because you get it like that map, and the broken combo in Path of Radiance is Wrath Resolve because Wrath they both trigger when you're below half HP. Wrath like gives you 50% crit, and then Resolve like gives a 1.5 times multiplier to your strength, skill, and speed.
Yeah.
If you could have that for the Black Knight fight, it would be like the freest fight in the game. But you literally get it just before you get a chance to equip it, so the fight becomes a lot more difficult because you have to gamble on like Ike's 9 damage and 76% hit, and like
Yeah.
maybe Ether activating if you gave it to him.
Yeah, I just kept running away.
Yep, same.
It went pretty badly.
Yeah. Anyway, next question. I think. Do you want to do the reading for the next question?
Me?
How did we
Okay.
get 2 cast questions when everything was blind?
Yeah.
So, in Binding Blade, cough cough FE6, which of these is the earliest possible map you can recruit Kath? 12, 8, 16, or 20?
Oh,
So-
earliest possible means that there's options.
If I
I
recall
didn't intend to-
correctly, just off the top of my head, I know for sure there's like 3 or 4 different ways you can recruit Kath.
I.
And because
Yeah.
each time you don't, she comes back a chapter
okay, so this
or
one,
2 later.
Considering the handicap on part of the ones answering the question, can I explain the mechanics of how Kath is recruited?
Please.
All right. Any objection?
Oh no, go for it. I
Go
kind
for
of already was leading there.
So Kath has one of the most unique recruitment conditions in the series in that she appears on a number of maps. You have to talk to her with Roy 3 times. On the first one, she stops going after chests and just leaves. On the second time you talk to her, she stops going after chests and just leaves. If you do that twice and don't kill her at any point, on the third occasion you talk to her on a map where she turns up, she will join your army.
I was thinking
Can
of
I
the
ask if
Sage
I-
Boy, the Magic Boy. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah.
Can I ask a question that may or not be a spoiler? It's not anything much to do with like the question itself. It's about Binding Blade as a game and how it's coded, if that's alright.
Okay, weird question that I might not know, but okay.
Hopefully. Is there any like X chapters? Because I know in a
Yeah.
few
Oh, there's a
there's
lot.
like
Oh yeah,
one in
they're
chapter 1.
There's about like 8 of them, I think.
And they're
There's a lot of
they're
them.
brutal.
they're
There
necessary.
There are split
Or-
routes as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So that does make. I'm getting the vibes of chapter 12 just because it's earliest, but chapter 8 feels like it's one where you encounter her, but it's like one of those instances. So I feel like the earliest could be 12 because you could like talk to her in an X. But I have no idea. I've never played Binding. I've been waiting for a Shadows of Alib.
If you
guess
wanna go
You might be
with
waiting
12,
a while, love.
You might be
can.
right. Yeah.
It's
I
gonna be a
have
bit.
literally nothing. So
I mean, I'm down
lifeline
for
or gut feeling.
Daniel to Google it.
Pick a god in
Hey,
Google.
Daniel might know.
If you
Mikasa?
want.
They've picked you,
sure.
Daniel.
Yeah, I want to do this just because of the mechanic.
Hmm. Yeah, Kat doesn't appear in a side chapter. I don't think. I think she has to appear in the main one so you can recruit her later on, so you like don't miss her. I know she does show up really early on. Earliest is probably like 6 or 7. But that doesn't give you enough time in this list, huh?
Yeah. Like
Once
I'm
per
vibing
chapter.
between 12 and 16.
16 is way too late. It's not 16. I think it has to be chapter 12 then. That's like that middle ground. I think you're right on your hunch there, actually.
You good with that, Duquesa?
Sure.
Alright. We're logging in. Chapter 12. Yes!
It is chapter 12.
Ooh.
She appears.
Process of elimination. But yeah,
she does appear on all of these maps, but 8 is the first time she appears. Her second appearance is on chapter 10, if I remember right, and then you can get her on 12 as like the earliest one.
Huh. I thought you found her earlier, but
Thank you, Daniel.
all right. No problem.
Okay, moving on.
In Thracia 776, if you recruit Olwen in chapter 11X and she is still alive by their join point, which of these characters becomes unrecruitable later in the game?
Never heard of these people.
I'm gonna assume they haven't played this.
I was going to say, if you've played Thracia, it's decently obvious, I would say.
Yeah, like this is very much like just a knowledge check.
I've never played this
Yeah, I
game
haven't
myself,
played
so
it.
off the top of my head, I know nothing.
Because I remember looking up all the recruitment when I was playing.
The only one I recognize name-wise is Glade. But would you do 2 A's in a row?
This is like
mean, I'm
multiple
sure
choice
these are all
exams.
I like now you're trying to metagame it by which like location the answer was.
I mean, it's all that Duquesa and I can go on, unless, Duquesa, do you have, like, anything?
Because I don't think I've heard of any of them except for Glade. So I really don't know.
You do still have
The
Heroes
funny
First
part
Blood.
is, I think I know why you know Glade.
Because of heroes.
I don't think Glade's in Heroes.
I'm actually curious.
Isn't he?
I don't think so.
I
no.
don't know what I know.
I know Thracia's missing a lot
I've
of
asked
units.
in Panel Room 1 text why you think they know of Glade.
I'm down for a Shara's Curse, because this is the section I was really dreading. The rest, up until the Arcaneus saga, I feel like we can at least, or we have the knowledge of. So I'm down to do a 50-50 and see if we can really climb up.
Or
Okay.
we're just gonna
Okay,
lose
so you-
otherwise.
So you want us to tell you? Okay, I can tell you it's not Trude, and it's not Ralph.
So it's
So
Glade,
it's Glade or Ilios.
Ilios.
See, the worst thing about this, that I play Overwatch, so I have an affinity towards Ilios, but only because of the Ilios map. So it's like, I want to push towards Glade because I want to ignore my Overwatch bias.
I sort of want to say Ilios just because I feel like I must know Glade from some stupid meme. Maybe it's unless there's a stupid meme to do with not recruiting him. I don't know.
I mean,
Why is
flip a
there
coin?
no Shadows of Persia?
Why couldn't the other half of the questions been in first? Except I failed Path of Radiance anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. I'm a fake fan.
I do think when inevitably both of us have failed, we go through the rest of the questions like quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Because especially since chat really wants to know, we don't have a time limit unless you guys have somewhere to be.
I don't.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
it's full on daytime now.
Yeah, my only time was just waking
Good
up in time
morning.
to actually like mod the con tomorrow.
Good morning, chat.
Yeah, I got
Morning,
the
chat.
early morning stream tomorrow, so.
I did vibe with Glade, and I did have that instinct with the previous questions. So, I don't know, Duquesa, you take the reins. I want chat to cook you.
Just say Glade, and maybe I only know his name because there's a meme about this situation.
All right, I'm closing my eyes and clicking Glade.
Damn it.
It's Ilios.
Cilios.
Said that was so mean to keep Glade in the final four. That was mean.
I mean, it still would have been a 50-50.
Like before he said that, I was gonna type in chat like, "Hey, get rid of Glade."
I'm
and
sorry, I
Glade.
should have conferred with the team on that one, but also like
I was
couldn't.
gonna be like,
I
be
couldn't
a bit
resist.
nice because they're struggling.
No, okay, just to like explain the rest of it. Ilios is on 16A. He is recruitable, but only if Olwen isn't in your army, through some reason or another.
And it's not mentioned at all.
Yeah,
Like,
that one is
there's
not
no-
communicated at all. That's a
There's
classic
no
Gracia
reason
moment.
for it. Like, he doesn't
Like,
hate her or anything. He's not like.
It's like one of the least obvious Aaron Samson splits in like the series.
And like, there's a different Aaron Samson split that this is a part of as well. Like, it's an Aaron Samson split within an Aaron Samson split, and they just like don't explain it at all for any
Like
reason.
also like Owen is the one that has like more importance and like a lot more of an arc like up front.
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
you have the whole shit with Reinhardt and everything. It's like no one like ever gets Ilios basically.
I'm curious now if the rest of them will suddenly be easy, because then I will be
A
sad.
couple of them might have been easy.
So
though.
Glade was the character with the least votes in Choose Your Legends 1.
In one of the years, I forget which
Okay.
one, but I put him on because
It was
like,
one.
and then the other two are just like mercenary jobbers I happen to remember.
Yeah, they're just two random ass
Like
guys.
literally
Glade
the
also has a hot wife.
literally
think
the
you'll like
entire reason I remember Ralph exists is because his stats are just mid enough to be really good at recruiting Xavier.
Oh god, yeah.
And then Trude is just like in the Pern map. I think you need Pern to go fetch him or something.
Yeah, he's the other guy in that map.
Yeah.
The Perm map is fun. Shall we go through the next questions? Then?
Yeah, I because I'm a little bit proud of some of these. Some of these are so.
Guess them, but because there's no like downside, it's not like you're gonna need to confer.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Can I-
Oh, go on.
Oh.
I was just gonna say, the reason why, Ilios can't be the reason why might be because they are both mage knights and they don't want you to have two on A route. That's the
Yeah.
only
I guess
connection,
that's
though.
something.
Like,
Although if you go B
game
route, you can
balance,
train
it's
Miranda
explained.
as a mage
Actually,
knight.
another choice has been posited. Letting chat play the questions. I don't know if that's what we want to do. I'll leave the rest of you to confer.
You could have, well, to be fair, chat already kind of is playing the questions.
That is true. Chat has not had all of these all the time.
Questions, Lightning and Duquesa for these could like quickly discuss it, and then we can see what chat says, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try
alright.
not to overthink it too much.
oh
Yeah, no, the stakes are off.
There's no stakes, so it's not like we're gonna need
Yeah.
to actually. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds
sounds
hard
good.
to me.
It's your panel, Lightning Duquesa. What do you all think?
We've already lost. We don't get opinions.
That's true. I was gonna say what
Oh, yeah,
what I'd
I'll
personally
forward
like to do. Oh,
um,
sorry. I was gonna say what I'd personally like to do is like I'd like to go through 3 houses to TMS just to see how far Duquesne and I could have gone if we did do Ilios. Then I want to swap it over to my questions as a bit of a break and put you guys
Yeah.
in like the mental seat, and then we'll finish off with the rest of your questions. But this would all be
Yeah, sounds fine
Sounds
to me.
great. Perfect.
In 3 houses, which of these characters can be recruited in War Phase even if they were not recruited in the Academy Phase of Crimson Flower?
I think it's like Lysithea, isn't it? Isn't it her and Ash?
Yeah, I think it is. Or yeah. Yeah, we'll lock in later.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Lysithea.
I enjoyed chat immediately saying easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Usually they were
In
saying
Awakening, which of these kids cannot get Gale Force?
Oh, it's Owain.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Owain because he's the son of Lissa, and you get Gale Force from Sumia, and unfortunately no lesbians.
Let's
Is that what you're going
Chat
with?
hasn't answered yet.
Chat hasn't
Doesn't
made
Gale
the
it.
Force come
flyers.
from like Dark Flyers specifically?
Chat are really thonking about
Gale
this
Force
one.
comes. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Dark
Dark Flyers.
So yeah, that I feel like that might be it, just because I don't know if Lissa can be a Dark Flyer.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the War Cleric.
Sully also wouldn't make sense to be a Dark Flyer though, but I don't know if that's a thing they can do.
Oh, right.
Chat's still talking about Ash.
Yeah. Chat is still talking about Ash.
I'm
Either way, I
done
don't
with
think Owain can be a flyer at all, right?
Yeah.
Or inherited
Probably
there.
not. I feel like it's Owain, probably.
I'm gonna lock in Owain. Nope.
Dang it.
It's Jerome. Okay, I'll explain the conceit of the question on this one because this is like one Arca had the concept of, and then I kind of extrapolated the question from it. So you got as far as you need Dark Flyer access, which is a promotion of Pegasus Knight. What you need to know here to get the answer is inheritance. Cynthia just is a Pegasus Knight, so she can get Dark Flyer and hence Gale Force just through learning it. She could also inherit it from Samir if she wanted. Pegasus Knight is one of Lissa's class lines, so Owain can inherit it.
Easily.
Sully cannot be, does not have Pegasus Knight in her class line, but Shell can inherit it if her father is Gaius, and she can get it through having Gaius as a father and then reclassing. The only one here that cannot get it is Jerome, because Shersh does not have Pegasus in her class line, and because he is male, he cannot inherit Pegasus as a class.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Honestly, I said about the lesbians because I just I keep thinking about like all the people saying like, oh, give Lucina Gale Force, so I just keep thinking about like the passing down. So there was like some like crom in my brain until I realized, oh yeah, Shersh is a girl and so is Sully. Oops.
I will say
Yeah.
that Jerome is not the only one who can't get Gale Force. Lauren definitely can't either, and then I want to say I remember Jan can't get it either, but I don't remember fully.
It will be like the sons of the
Yeah,
women.
because I
that
know
will
it was
struggle.
definitely the women that were more Gale Force centric.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
like-
of course is locked to women, so the only way that
The meta back in the day of Sumia, Cynthia, powerhouse building, whatever. That used to be a thing.
Olivia's like a based mother because she just gives like a whole bunch of cracked classes.
She's also just a base
and
mother.
because I think I'm trying to remember I don't remember which class it is Gaius has, but he has one that's male only, so like if he has any daughters, that class gets converted into what the Pegasus Knight instead. So like the way that some characters can get Gale Force is just through having Gaius as a dad.
Yeah. Which is fun.
Interesting.
Oh, you can have this one. This is like one of the
Okay,
meanest ones.
so
Oh,
guys,
this is the picture one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'll DM it to you, Lightning, and then you can just like open it in your window so that you two don't check chat and get spoiled. Oh wait, no.
For chat, that was just a commission that Duquesa sent me. or it actually wasn't a commission. It was a birthday gift one year of my waifus. Okay, going here.
Wait, that picked up in our DMs is very cute.
I know, I love it.
Sorry, I need to like properly reply to the DMs.
So, I will
So,
say
yeah,
that I think
find
this is-
Stefan.
Yeah, Aka leaving me on like unreplied for like how many, like half a year.
fine, Doc.
Okay, but I leave everyone on unreplied for half a year.
This is true. It's happened.
Like genuinely, I think I've left Lightning on unreplied for half a year.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
Yeah, I think genuinely this is like
I'm a terrible person.
this is like one of the top 3 most diabolical questions.
You can like press the thing that opens it in your window.
I think
So that you don't have to constantly show DMs if you don't want to.
I mean, it's fine. It doesn't really show much.
Yeah, it just shows a transgender Piplup.
Honestly, I think I know the answer to this.
The
just
tiniest
because,
ones are evil.
What do you want to go with?
well, Duquesa, what do you think?
I'm between C and D. I feel like it's more than one's like adjacent to the edge, but I'm not sure.
Yeah,
he
I
just
seem
sort
to
of-
remember. Go on.
He just sort of appears, so it's not like he has to walk in from off screen. It's just buried in the sand or something.
Yeah, where does he
I
live?
think it's
Like, does he have like a hole in the sand or like?
Yes, he lives as part of like a branded community in the desert.
But also, he clearly has rabbit tunnels in the sand that he just pops out of. Because he just
do you,
manifests.
Yeah. Yeah, when you land on the space, he just crawls out of a
Your
hole.
current opinions
Shout out
are
to
cease
someone-
or desist.
Shout out to Panel Room 1, where ages ago someone mentioned Stefan's recruitment in Path of Radiance, and I just sort of giggled knowing that this question was
knowing
coming
that-
up.
I love that both of your Tellius questions had Stefan relation.
Yeah,
Good for him.
He's just such an easy one to pick out because he's just like, yeah, okay, how do people find him?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do
No,
Um,
this
think
is the one. This is the one only question I wrote. Sorry.
Leaning
you're good.
towards C.
Oh, you're leaning towards C. I'm leaning towards D because I remember I just remember the edge for some reason, but C could also be viable, but I don't know. Duquesa's C or D?
C.
Nope.
Okay.
Is it D?
I'm
No,
pretty
it's
sure it's-
A.
It's A.
Oh.
Did I actually? I thought it was C for a
Hey,
second, but I also might have
it's an A.
forgotten, honestly.
Okay. That also makes sense. Because I was
I
pretty
was-
sure it wasn't adjacent to the edge, but it's just
Yeah,
sort of a random
Yeah, I
tile.
was thinking it was a little bit too zoomed in. Honestly, I would have zoomed out like another couple.
No, but
tile
like
radiuses.
the thing is, if it was like the whole map, I knew that Duquesa would be like, oh well, it's on the right hand side, so it's obviously going to be whichever letter is on the
Yeah,
right
so,
hand
so then
side.
you only get
So I
all
had-
the answers within
so
a
I
3x3 tile radius of each other.
Yeah, but like that's like the very right hand side of the map. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It
So
is.
like I couldn't really
It's
zoom
all
out
the way
anymore
in the
without.
corner. It's
I couldn't really zoom out anymore without it being really obviously between one or two.
Yeah.
if you had asked me 10 years ago, I would have had the numbers memorized for the tiles of both of them.
Yeah.
Because
was-
I like Stefan and I'm weird. But it's been a long time and I need to play
Yeah.
Radiant Dawn again.
Yeah, that's
I found it very
Uh,
funny when you said that you liked Stefan earlier, and I was like, who?
in Tokyo. Actually, no, this is TMS. You can
In
have this one.
Oh wait, yeah, this is another one I wrote. I forgot that I wrote 2 questions.
I
In
mean,
Tokyo Mirage,
Lauren's surely. 'cause
in
this
Tokyo
was-
Mirage sessions, which of these characters does not appear?
I think I know the answer to this one, but I just want to hear from Duquesa first.
Well, this was before 3 houses. So unless there's another Lorenz in the game, it can't be Lorenz.
There is. I know
Okay.
that for a fact because I remember having to check this because I played it after Three Houses came out, and Lorenz is a mentor to, I think, Drogue? I'm pretty sure it's Drogue, or at least in the TMS version, he's a mentor to Drogue. But, see, here's my logic. I know Kath is in it, and by the way, we're getting lots of Kath love in this, because she is an NPC in the overworld. I know this because there's Kath, Anna, and I think her name's Amy. I think those are the 3 NPCs that are like slightly reminiscent in the
You're
overworld.
correct. Yeah.
So I think it's Lilina, for the sole fact of like Gordon could be a mirage, and they focused a lot on Shadow Dragon and Awakening for mirage stuff.
I'm a little iffy on Gordon purely because my roommate really likes Gordon, and I feel like I would remember if that was one of the like only things he ever did. Because he has so little content ever, but like I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
kind
take
of
the reins on
Just
this
remember
one.
the stakes are low on this one. Just remember.
yeah.
The stakes.
It's
So,
Melina. Yeah.
Well done, Lightning, for not
I'll have to
falling for
double
the
check.
Lawrence trick.
Yeah,
Because
the
I
I'll
would
Lawrence.
double check what Gordon does in that
Yeah,
game.
Well,
Gordon.
oh,
Gordon's
do you wanna
there. I
explain?
think it's like towards the end of the game. It's like I think it's like a trial where you fight
Yeah, we
certain
have
enemies, and then there's like a
Math.
and you
like a
like
trial bit
fight
where you-
certain units that already are named after people in Mart's army, and
Yeah,
Gordon is
it's-
one of them.
And
Yeah,
they're, like,
Gordon.
good
Gordon
ones,
is
like
there.
Paula's one.
Lawrence.
There
Lawrence
are
is a
there are a
mirage.
lot. Yeah. So Gordon is a mirage. Lawrence is a mirage.
Mhm.
So you fight for a lot of characters, like the playable character. They'll have side stories, and then in the side stories, you'll fight a mirage that's relevant to their character. So, as you said, Lawrence is Draug's mentor. Mamory, who is the character for Draug. Mamory, who is the character for Draug. In her side story, Draug is then like, hey, to get stronger, let's fight my mentor. So you fight Lawrence in Draug's side story. And yeah, very well done for not falling for the Lawrence trick. I 100%
No,
put
we
that
we
there,
put
trying
that in
to
just
screw you
purely
over.
because
Thank you.
we're like we
I was
know
like, that
someone.
is it. I really want one of them to just go, oh, well, Three Houses wasn't a thing, so it can't be Lawrence. So, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
they get tricky with
this is
names.
apparently just the Who Wants to Be a Calf Bullionaire.
Yeah, I didn't expect you would turn up this much.
Who wants to be a
Very
Cathionaire?
funny.
At least we're gonna move back to this just for like
Yeah.
mental breaks for me and Duquesa.
That's
Uh-huh.
fair. Which of these three characters
Oh,
did
I
not
played
appear?
Dragalia Lost. I played Dragalia
Oh.
Lost. I played this shit. It's Dragalia Lost was peak, and it is upsetting that we
It's either
got rid of
Veronica
it.
or Anna. I
So,
didn't play because it came
Veronica
out
was
too
in
late.
it. It's Anna. Anna
Yeah.
didn't play Dragalia
Anna
Lost.
did.
Peony. Yeah, it's Anna. I stopped playing before they added Peony, Sharina, and Veronica. No, Veronica was in the first set. It was like Veronica, Marth, and Alphonse, I believe, and I got Marth and Alphonse, and then I think they did Peony, Sharina
It was just
later.
one of those games where it
Not
had a
Anna.
really delayed European launch, and I was just too busy with like.
Oh, I'm so
Yeah,
happy,
fine.
Dragalia.
Yeah, they never added Anna. Aw.
Can someone
I
remind
really
me
miss-
when I'm doing another drawing stream to put the Dragalia Fire Emblem crossover music as the background music for the stream? Because
I will
it's
try and
fucking
note
hot,
it.
I will make a mental
and
note.
I have needed to put that in
But-
EmblemCon.
Do we have like another one? Or...
Hmm?
Like, do we have another
Oh,
one of those? planned,
I'm
or-
so happy about that being the hero's question. Man, I'm
I mean-
annoyed that we failed just before that.
I miss my wife, Aka. Until next time!
Which of these characters does Yunaka not do an impression of Engage? God. I
I was only
actually
gonna
don't
say
know this one.
Anya.
But
My impulse is to say Aaliyah. Wait, does Yunaka even support Ivy? It might.
I don't think she's. I mean, she might also just know of
Like,
Ivy
she
and then
must
just
have
like.
done an impression of Vanda. It's such low hanging fruit.
No, no. I'm pretty sure Vanda. It probably happened. Like.
I think
Aaliyah
it's
also
Aaliyah
is.
just because like Aaliyah is such a normal person, and like you wouldn't think that Jesus Christ would be the normal one, but they are. So like, who's even
I'm just gonna.
impersonating Aaliyah?
I'm just gonna swing for Ivy. I'm pretty sure the rooster like happens at
Go
some
for
point.
Ivy. I'm fine. Like,
I'm instinctively want to say Rooster because it seems weird.
It's
oh, but
engaged.
she would.
Everyone's weird.
She's definitely.
It seems something.
Yunaka is
It
very
seems something
weird.
Yunaka would do.
Yeah,
Can I just say one thing?
I'm convinced on Ivy. I think if any of them.
I'm
She might
convinced of
do
Aaliyah, but I don't
impressions
know.
when you wake, or like when she appears before your bed when you wake up.
Yeah,
Let's
she
say
could
Ivy.
be like, oh, did you like honk honk mimir or whatever?
I'll concede to
You're
Ivy.
going Ivy?
I'm gonna say. Oh, never mind.
It's a layer, isn't it?
Yep, it was a Lear. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
never mind. My
Lear's
fault.
too normal to do an impression of. Lear's just a boring, sweet guy. Wet cat.
I think she does an impression and a support with someone where she does Ivy, Vander, and I think someone else.
Not surprised.
Apparently, the rooster was a fae.
Lear's the
which
straight
of these
man in a
is-
circus of people.
Both they both want to kill 20% graffiti useless.
They share parents.
They share parents, like they're twins. They both have. What is it?
20% growth rate in
Young
useless,
V
that's
blood.
hilarious.
The way Hero spells it is really weird. Both were
Oh my
produced.
god, the fucking Deadlords are back.
This is Edward and Calf Bullionaire.
Okay, I do know that
Dane is too.
Dane can become a dead lord. I don't think Bridget can. No, Bridget can become a dead lord. I don't think Dane can.
Andrew, I think she's too soft.
It might just be 20% growth rate and useless stat, and they have to just have like one of them.
Oh, maybe they like magic and strength swapped or
Magic and
something.
strength, probably. I don't think they're attempting to
Like
magic,
Dane has a
but,
20%
like,
in strength and Bridget in magic or something.
I think 20% growth rate and useless.
I actually want to say
What-
both were
like,
presumed to be
that's it.
slain, but had amnesia instead. Because I know Bridget does. I never
Bridget
heard of a
does,
Dane
but
having that.
Dane definitely.
Dane, I don't think a
have
Dane
it?
ever had that. Because
No,
otherwise, like,
Dane survives. Dane does survive. What's it called? And then she like raises Self and stuff and turn on Nog. But I don't think that's an amnesia thing. I think she just gets away.
Amnesia.
yeah, one
I
gets
think she
away, one gets amnesia, because Bridget becomes, what's her name? Thracia.
Bridget, yeah, freaking, Ivol.
Lady.
Avil, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ladyface.
only
I
one
think-
had
I think it's
amnesia.
20%. I think it's 20% in a useless stat because I'm pretty sure like the healers in genealogy do have like strength growths and then some units have
I
magic
was
growth.
gonna say it just has to be strength magic because that's the only stat that I
Those
think.
are the only two.
considered-
I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty confident in that.
I'm
And I
fine
don't think.
with that.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
gonna
spending a lot of time debating for a question that doesn't matter.
Yeah, there
Oh.
you go.
20% of useless
Does
stat.
Rio
Yeah, I
seriously have
recall.
20% mag? Oh no, she gets mag from her freaking from her holy blood. That would be it.
But yeah.
I will say, the
It's funny
Deadlords was
'cause-
a red herring because that was a Thracia question, so why would it be in genealogy?
But Dane isn't in genealogy. It isn't in Thracia.
Well, the other bit is that Dane also originally was training as a knight, so that's probably where the strange stat comes from.
Excuse me?
Okay. How many hosts does Sovis have for Biomorph cards?
Oh, is this
I
like
don't
how
know.
many babies they tried to make? Or
Maybe-
something? Three
How
houses.
How many things that Rhea created to put a
Yeah. How many?
Sosis in it?
Yeah, how
It's
many?
like mentioned in
times-
one of her documents or something, I think. I don't remember the exact number. I'm probably just gonna guess
I've
on that.
never heard of this before. I didn't know
the
there
whole-
was
There's
host for Bila.
definitely a specific number said in
Really?
dialogue.
Rhea
Chat.
basically wanted to resurrect God, aka her mother, and was like, "Yo, let's
Yeah.
put it in."
Like I know
let's
Sodas did
really
have hosts. I didn't know there was a number stated.
I'm just gonna say 11.
Rhea
that feels
said-
like-
Rhea said, "I'm gonna put my mother in you."
Woo? I don't know.
And then one time she was like, you know what? I'm gonna raise you as a child now.
I did just look at chat, and chat has no. I like that chat has the weakness of the most popular game in the franchise.
Yeah.
Very funny.
That's where our demographic lies, I
Space
suppose.
EmblemCon. And yeah, I see
Right.
people complain that EmblemCon is too much three houses, and I'm like, fascinating.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think I'm just gonna guess.
I
11.
agree. 11. 11 feels right.
I'm gonna guess on 9 just for fun.
12.
Put it 9 because Bard didn't get to pick one recently.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't matter if it's wrong, guys.
That's true.
Yeah, why are we thinking so hard about
Okay.
this? We're
Okay,
supposed to be
which one is
speed
it?
rounding these.
The answer is 12.
Oh.
12. Okay, so like, okay, I guess Daniel had that one.
which makes Byleth the 13th, which I appreciate. It's kind of, I think it's kind of like a arc
Oh
number with
snap!
them.
It's like Organization 13.
Huh?
I don't
Alright,
remember
let's
for
Okay.
sure. I think it might be
Hang on.
said in the Wolves DLC when she talks about
probably,
Citri.
yeah,
But
because
I
it's a
feel
lot
like
more
it might be
important
said
than
in
Oh,
other places
like
as
when
well.
the guy that simps over Citri is like freaking out about her. Or
Oh,
something.
that guy's so funny. Just the fact
And
that he
when
exists.
Rhea like talks
So
about Citri
funny.
after.
And then
Which
last
of
one.
these characters? Oh, Jesus Christ. Elincia definitely
Oh.
does. Elincia absolutely does.
I think
Did
Lilina.
not appear.
it'll be Robin because that game wasn't out yet. No, it was. It was out. It'll be
No,
Robin.
yeah, no, that one.
I don't recall Robin because I know they focused on quote unquote Marth and Crom instead.
Yeah, no,
Not Robin.
I'm pretty sure. I know Elincia appears in that for a fact.
I'm pretty sure Soph appears in it, and I think it's Robin. I just don't remember Robin being in that trailer.
I'm
Robin
gonna
didn't
say
really have key arts, did they?
No,
Yeah,
When
Robin
was it
became more of
announced?
I don't
like
think
Was
they.
it
I don't think.
2015?
because this was before Fates came out. This was when Awakening. Actually, wait, was this announced before Awakening was out?
No, it
Like,
was announced in like 20. It was announced in like 2013, released in
it was
2015, I
announced
think.
years
Was
before
it-
the game came out, and the game was made before Fates came out. So like Awakening would have been like baby or not even out yet.
I feel like
It
it's
was
either Lilina or
actually
Robin.
no, this trailer appeared after I got into this series. So Awakening was brand new. And
Yeah,
I think back when Awakening was brand new, people didn't really give a shit about Robin. They pushed Crom more. I think Robin became more
yeah.
of an icon for Awakening later on.
I'm willing to say Lilina or Robin, just whatever you want.
I still think it's Robin, but that's just me.
Were you also saying Robin, Daniel?
Yeah, I was saying because there's the key art. I don't recall key art of Robin.
Yeah.
I do remember key art of
Oh,
quote
the
unquote
cover-
Marth and Crom instead. I don't think there was key art of Robin. It doesn't exist at that point.
Yeah. And I presume
Yeah.
Valencia was in it. Yeah, actually.
Chat is saying Lilina again, so
It could be
Don't listen to chat. They don't know what they don't know anything about Shin Megami Tensei.
This is
They keep
true.
fighting.
I'm on my 17th Megaten chat. I should know this.
Like, it doesn't really matter what we click.
Yeah, let's just do Robin.
Do Robin because Daniel said
Do it because there's no art of Robin.
It was
God dang it!
Robin, Okay, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Say,
because like
I
Robin
don't
can get
remember-
later.
I don't remember the exact time this trailer came out, but logically it had to be after Awakening because they were gonna
Oh.
cancel the series before Awakening came out, and it was like the last
They probably
hurrah.
also just
Yes,
yeah.
but it was barely out. Like Awakening
Yeah.
was very new at the time.
It
That
was
was-
very
Like,
like
I don't think this would have even been a project they were
TMS
working on
is
if
like
Awakening
this
had
weird.
come out and been successful. So
Because
There you
TMS
go,
came out
there's your-
before. Because there's no Fates in TMS because it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, this is sorry to
Hmm.
disappoint you,
The
Omar.
trailer
This
was
is like the
years before
freest
TMS
one.
came out. Oh yeah, BSFE girl just in chat screaming easy.
Yeah, TMS is basically it's a bit closer to Persona than it is SMT, I would say. So like it's a little bit of like a misnomer with the
I think it's
TMS
more like
Agent
it's a
is now my new favorite.
no.
game.
It's an SMT light more than Persona. It hardly has anything in common with
I
Persona.
would say like TMS is a lot closer to something like Persona 3 and 4 than it is like mainline SMT.
No, the thing
What?
is, what people. Okay, this is definitely a tangent. Like when people talk about Persona versus SMT, I feel like they forget what's actually different about them because Persona has the whole thing with like the arcana, the social links, the whole like
I was thinking just with
Yeah.
the way like, the
whole
dungeons are
dating
structured.
sim, the school aspect and everything, and that stuff is not at all in TMS.
Yeah, because TMS is about like the idol industry and stuff. But no, I was thinking it just in the way of like I was comparing it more more on like a they have like the Mirages are like pseudo personas in a way.
But like they're also
It's
just,
more
like,
so-
demons in SMT.
It's
though.
more so the game structure itself. Like there's more in common with SMT than it has in common with Persona at the end.
I agree 100% with Daniel. Like
I mean,
think
I don't know.
honestly
That
think
dungeon
people-
crawling feels a lot closer to like Persona 3 and 4 to me.
but no, but Persona 3 has like
That's it.
has
I feel like we're getting sidetracked from the point.
The battles also are more for SMT than
Yeah, that's true. Sessions are a
Persona.
lot more. Yeah, sessions feel a bit closer to a press turn than a one more. I think. Are they?
yeah.
I don't know. I like
Mhm.
press turn more
I
either way.
honestly think when people say TMS is just like Persona, they're giving a
makes me-
disservice to both.
I'm
of
also
them.
just
They're
thinking like
like,
along the lines of how it's presented, because like when you say SMT, I'm thinking more like
oh yeah,
mainline
but the
SMT.
SMT UI is literally ripped from TMS, isn't it?
Yeah, there is that. I'm trying to think of like
Also, most of the team working on TMS never worked on Persona.
that is true. The team went on to make Soul Hackers 2, the game of all time.
Sorry, you have two TMS fans who are just foaming at the mouth.
I played the game once and I kind of remember it.
And then there's the guy that does play a lot more SMT games themselves.
I was gonna say, do you
Yeah.
play a lot of SMT, Daniel?
No, I'm very deep in. I've played like most of Persona, and I've played most of mainline. I'm missing like SMT2 and SMT If, and then I haven't played Eternal Punishment, and I'm getting through P5 Tactica right now, like on and off. So like most of my kind of thing is like the more the mainline series. But yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking more along the lines of like when I was playing through TMS, and just kind of thinking, so, yeah, this kind of feels like a Persona 4 dungeon. So that's kind of like what I was going with. Either way, BSFE. Yeah, this one was kind of free.
Well, I was gonna say about that, when I did my initial sweep of it, I do remember that Nina is in 2 chapters, which I think is 1 and 4, and I know there's one with like Lena, Rickard, and Julian, I think it is, and I forget if it's 2 or 3. I'm leaning towards 2 with Rickard, so that would leave 3.
You going for free?
Go
Tessa?
for it. I know literally nothing.
No.
Darn
Okay.
No.
Rickard is in chapter 3. Chapter 2 is the one with Hardin and Minerva, and Katria is just also there because she's with Minerva.
That was close. It was a 50-50.
Chapter 1 is like the fall of the castle, so like that's where you have Nina and some of the Arcanean knights and Boa. And then chapter 4 is Nina being allowed to escape by Kamu, so you have like Nina, Kamu, and like his loser squad that don't turn up again until 12.
Anyways,
Quickly
next
clarify
question.
that other person was not Julian, that was Navarre, and the other Arcanean knights are Dolph, Selen, Tomas, and Media. Okay, goodbye.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah, I kind of just stole this from your template question in the guide.
I'm smart in other ways.
Or I do appreciate it from the template. I just I think it's a secret book, because why would she have a speed wing when she, she's an armor and she's slow?
Isn't it a thing that she's a fast armor? Or
Oh,
like
no,
a
you're
fast
right about that.
villager?
Duquesa, you take the reign on this. My brain's starting to short out.
I don't know. Speedwing, because the word was said.
Oh,
Yay!
Yeah, it was a speedwing. I put this one specifically because
I'm so proud of you all.
Yeah, on like I think it's just Erica mode. Amelia actually turns up on one map, and if you don't recruit her in time, she leaves, and then she turns up on another map. The thing is, you can steal her speedwing on the first map, let her leave, and then on her second appearance, she will have another speedwing.
huh.
So you can get a little bit more if you just like don't recruit her like immediately.
Also, she isn't just an armor knight. She can also like go
Yeah,
the cav route.
she's
She
just
can
an
be like
armor
a
and
She's a-
cavalier and a
she's
paladin.
trainee, so like
Yeah.
she
A
has
great knight.
multiple options.
Yeah.
One of the like trainee type villager,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
the first
hero's
ones.
poisoning.
Yeah, okay, this is like one of the meanest questions. I showed this question to one of my friends, and he called me a mean word for it. So,
Beep.
in Shadows of
A mean
Valentia,
word.
In Shadows of Valentia, if he is reclassed into a mage, which of these is learned by Jesse?
See, as a normal person, I have never done this.
Don't worry, I had to find this on the wiki.
I think I can bring this down to a 50-50. Now, I don't know how Shadows of Valentia works because of the reclasses stuff, and it's been years. And the playthrough that I did see recently did not do any of this stuff. But if I'm not mistaken, Rewarp and Physic are for like stave users. So that would be like Silk and I guess Faye. So I don't know, maybe that's the hero's brain poisoning again, but I want to narrow it down to Sagittae or Excalibur.
Which do you think it is between them that Jesse would use if you get him into if you get him into mage?
Oh, Duquesa, do you have any ideas before I go stupid mode?
No.
Stupid mode.
So okay, hear me out, everyone. Jesse wants to build a like community or world wording of like mercenaries and like mercenaries, especially in Fae, because they touched upon this, use swords. What is a famous sword? Excalibur.
You going for it? Yeah, it's Excalibur.
I'm
I'll
shocked
explain
that
the.
worked.
That was very
incredible.
wrong.
So I'll
That
just
was very
to,
confident about
that was
Sagittarius.
very confident. I was expecting someone to get this one wrong. But to explain this, so this is actually a question that's true in Gaiden as well, because in Gaiden there's like a bug or something where Dreadfighter can promote back into Villager, and then you can reclass like those units into other class lines, and he has Excalibur in that one too. Sagittae is learned by a few units, but I remember that I'm pretty sure the main unit that gets off the top of my head is Atlas. And then each unit has like both a black magic and a white magic word list. So like if you put Tobin into mage, he gets Excalibur, and then like once you get him into Sage and get him a few levels there, he also gets Phys. I'm pretty sure someone gets Rewarp. I forget who. But no, that was just one I picked up because I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I just need another question answered. But yeah, that was probably one of the meanest ones I thought of.
I liked the
can't believe
comment
I
in
got
chat
that.
saying this is unnecessarily cruel.
Do
Oh,
you
no,
want me
Rocky's
to
gonna-
I'm gonna see if I can fetch like what one of my friends said about this actually. I think I posted it in like the mod chat a minute ago.
Yeah, my instinct was surf and turf just because it sounds silly.
I'm gonna be real. I've forgotten this.
Oh, I'm so sad that Rocky's not here.
No, I
she
was
would
just
be
like, God, what do I do for fate?
screaming.
Panel room 1 is what my friend told me when I showed him that question.
Oh, I just had a thought. I think it is surf and turf
I
because
want to say surf and turf personally. I don't remember off the top of my head, but something leans me towards surf and turf.
Read the questions, I guess.
That's what I'm vibing towards.
like the reason why I'm thinking, because isn't the whole like plot and conflict of fates that like there's something about the vegetables and fruits that they're originally they fought over the resources. So why would Garen like waste the resources on like a kidnapped child? So like vegetarian chowder, lettuce salad, tangy coleslaw, that's all vegetarian. Why would he waste it on like a I'm clicking surf and turf.
Hey, I was right.
Well,
But the like mental gymnastics to get
Jesus
to that is
the
so
mental
as an-
gymnastics were
as an
very
additional
baffling.
one, it's I'm pretty sure it's a vegetarian chowder in Conquest and tangy coleslaw in Revelation. I just needed a fourth answer, and I decided lettuce sandwich sounded funny.
Fair enough. Yeah, the conflict in Fates does include stuff to do with Nor is not like naturally rich in soil and like farmland, so they have a lot of problems with the natural resources. But I don't
This is
think
what
that
my
means they
brain
don't
does it
have
when I-
vegetables, especially for the
I-
royal class.
This is,
I
I
think
think,
they
like the
eat
second or
vegetables.
third time we've had someone, actually maybe even more than that, just getting the right answer through the absolute wrong methods.
We've had
Which
that
is
happen
very
a
funny.
surprising amount. In Engage, which of these is Soren's S rank bond ring skill?
Oh no. Oh, wait.
I don't want to say Wind Adept just because I think Adept is like, isn't that the name of one of his classes?
I
Uh,
Adept is the name of his personal skill.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, not really
of, yeah.
personal
Yeah.
skill.
It's not his personal. Well,
It's just a
closest
skill he
thing they
comes
have
with.
to one.
Yeah, it's just a
It's
skill he
know
comes
that
with. It's not. You
he
can take it off
comes
and give it to
with
someone else and
great.
Radiant Dawn at least.
The
Yeah,
Or
word
you
is
could just remove
associated
Army.
with Soren. I remember that much.
I think it's anima focus because Zed, the conversation we had earlier, you mentioned about the anima stuff. So
Yeah, I didn't realize that you didn't know that you could equip these.
So, Duquesa, you want to go with anima focus, or
You say
are you feeling the
so.
wind? Nope.
Was it Wind Adept?
No, it's Wind Adept because it does.
Dang
I
it.
think it powers up like Wind Tomes or like one not Wind Tome. What's the one? The one range one. It's called like I don't remember, but it's like the one range one. I'm pretty sure. Wind Sweep is Alms and Wind God is Claudes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And an Anima Focus is just one of the skills that Emblem Soren has, not Bonding Soren.
Wait,
And
so
Oh.
Adept is a Soren word.
yeah. So is this is the skill from the like gacha ring, right?
Yeah, you can get this from
Yeah.
Ike.
I was gonna say because in chat, and he was saying like Soren has a bracelet, not ring. He's like, actually, this is the ring.
I just realized that it's like the bond ring. I thought it was like bond skill, like it makes sense in context. I just thought it was like, hey, get to level 20 with this person, and I'm just
No.
moving on.
Okay, this is also one of the meaner ones. In Shadow Dragon, how many Elysian Whips can you purchase from the online shop per save file?
Based on our conversation earlier,
Arcana
I
people
think
in
you
chat
said
start
3.
shouting, easy.
I didn't
Oh.
have this game or play it at the time that I had internet. I couldn't get
I
DLC.
was
I
copying this
couldn't get
every
online
time.
shops. This
And
is
then just
bias
immediately
against
shut
my
up.
dial-up internet.
No,
Yeah, for the longest while, I could only speak to her for 2 hours a day when she went
I
to the
love how I'm
library.
surprising people with the knowledge here. This is how I know I'm winning.
Yeah, the fact that like these frigging like Arcanea nerds have been screaming in chat every time it's come
And
up.
like,
Going,
yes,
easy,
it's
easy,
Arcanair. I
easy,
know this one. And I'm like,
easy.
oh.
And then this question, and they all just are like, oh. Like, yeah.
I'm kind of
he's
shocked that
got
there's
you
still.
guys up, huh? Tempest Mask and Twitch said,
This
can't
is what
stop winning.
this has been one of the parts of EmblemCon of all time where we have an entire tangent about Shin Megami Tensei and then spend like ages doing this, and then we have that one Sacred Stones question. It's just like, yes, I know it instantly. We're doing it. Let's move on.
Yeah, we've been on this
System
for
two.
about 2 hours now.
It's 6 in the morning, guys.
So I would like to close my eyes, please.
I do have a stream at like
I
I have to
haven't
wake up
had
at 6
dinner
a.m.
yet.
for.
Everyone's tired and wants to eat or sleep.
Yeah,
I'm
You
eating
gotta-
right now,
we
so
gotta
I'm
pick
good.
us
You
up
guys
right
have
now.
fun.
Yeah, it's 3, which is enough to promote all but one of the base class Pegasi, because you get Minerva in Draco Knight, and I think she's like the early pre-promote Draco. That sounds correct. Like base class pre-promote Draco. In Fire Emblem 12, you also get these just throughout the game, but there's only 3 of them. There was another question I was considering asking, which was, hey, what days of the month can you get this? Because it rotates out based on what day of the month it is. But then I realized that that's probably like meaner than this question.
Anyways, I guess we'd better do wrap up right now. Everyone, thank you so much. I'm very, very tired and drained, but I really do appreciate all these questions. Thank you to like the primary contestants, Zed, Akka, and Bard. We appreciate you. And we appreciate you making these questions too, because I know I kind of like was like, hey, can you make some questions for me, and just like throw you to the wolves. So appreciate your patience there. Duquesa, thank you for being a great co-host and helping to make the questions. I'll be honest, my brain's shorting out. Duquesa, you continue, please.
Congrats to the mod team for destroying us, exposing us for the fake fans we are. And we're going to go cry and have dinner now, probably.
Make
Um,
Think
sure
about
that
our
I
life
think we-
choices of
I'll,
not playing
oh,
Path
this
of
was
Radiance
exactly why I
again
was
for the
still here.
last several years.
Alright, I'll have to try and like not oversleep. Oh, I only got like 5 hours. Well, it's not even 5 hours, I think. It's probably gonna be about as long tonight. I say tonight like it's not this morning.
I was gonna like it's like the sun is full on like out.
Yeah, no, my curtains are doing very little for me right now.
Aka was the Dawn Brigade all along.
Mm-hmm.
here
No,
comes
we've
the
got,
Dawn Brigade.
like seriously, this time of year we only get 30 minutes of true nighttime up here.
Is it the Dawn Brigade?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a bird.
No, it's just the mods.
Before I forget to thank you to the chats for putting up with or for everything brain, but just all the time spent here. We appreciate it. Thank you for enduring the pain during these questions when it was obvious to you, but the panelists here were like, we don't know. I imagine there was a lot of that. Thank you to oh man, who am I? Oh, Daniel, our god. Someone else.
You're welcome. Oh wow, what a compliment. I'll be your guys' gods anytime.
All hail Daniel.
Thank you.
He is our
He's
sacred
killing
stone
us?
god.
I will be your sacred stoner.
The most
Don't
sacred
forget to
stoner of
donate to
all.
charity, too.
Is it the Dawn Brigade?
So shout out
No,
to the
it's just a
29
bird.
people on Twitch who are watching this, by the way.
Why are you still here? Go to sleep.
Don't forget to donate to charity too. I can't do a
Oh,
plug,
wait.
but just
Wait,
charity. Charity need money.
no, a bunch of people did. We've gone
Oh.
up $200 in the time of this stream.
Oh wow.
Wait,
Yo,
we're nearly at the
Who
1K.
are you people?
Wait.
Wait,
Why
I
did
need
you
to-
give money to this? To this?
Why is
panel?
it the panel that went twice as long as it should have? What
Let
are y'all
me
doing?
see if I can find names real quick.
I'm really hoping I'm not gonna get a
Yeah,
noise
we're on
complaint, by the way.
835 now.
$1 for every person that suffered through
Well,
panelists not knowing stuff.
get to that
Wait.
later. We're at $835.
That's not bad.
Live
congrats. You're
$1
still
for
gonna
each
hit
time
that
we
goal.
forgot to tell Oko about Oscar. Tell me what?
She heard Oscar. Now she's awake.
Got 100 from Anonymous as well. Whoever you are, thank you.
Thank you.
And why? Were you here in chats?
I'm trying to make sure that they were the recent ones and not just getting highlighted because they were the big ones. I'm trying to see.
Yeah, you go to live donations, and that's
Okay, is
in
that accurate?
reverse order. I'm pretty sure because those definitely came in the last hour. I think.
Yeah, I think we've got.
We were freaking arguing about whether or not TMS was a persona-like or an SMT-like.
Is it SMT-like? Because the battle is like Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
Daniel, do we have to do a panel on this next year?
Yes. I'll do a video on it, and I'll present the video, and then we'll have a discussion for the second half, and
We'll have a live argument.
It's gonna be a debate.
Oh,
not a
I do love a
debate,
good
it's
debate.
technically an
panel-
argument.
We've gotten 4 donations in the duration of this panel.
We need to have Balder and Hodor pictures for the both of you, just because they're the judges.
I will. Okay, can I join? I think I was kind of part of the reason for this argument.
Yeah, because the
can I
battles
thank the
are like
donation
Shin
real
Megami
quick?
Tensei Strange Journey. Shin Megami
Let me
Tensei
thank
Strange Journey is the
Guys,
precursor
one
to
moment.
the
Oh, guys, you gotta save
now
the
that you've said
material.
that, it makes sense. I
Charity.
did a little bit of Strange Journey. It's one of the ones I haven't finished yet.
yeah.
I'm just eating supper,
SMT
don't
Strange
me.
Journey is the precursor to the sessions
As a friend,
system.
you are
No,
replaceable.
now you said that. No,
Farewell.
now it makes sense in my mind. Yeah.
All right, now the panel next year is canceled. We've already resolved it.
We've solved it. No, okay, I can see what you mean about the battle
Yes,
system.
Bacon, Laura
I'm willing to contest the
Annie.
presentation. No.
for the 50. That was very wonderful. Charity is gonna love it. Thank you to White Mountain
Yeah, thank
for
you.
100, especially since it mentions me and Oscar, and I don't know why, but I appreciate it. That was donated about half an hour ago. we had 4 donations for the duration of this panel. Anonymous with 10, TF Bacon with 10, the one from Annie for 50, and then about half an hour we got a whopping 100, and we all missed it because we were too busy arguing shit with each other. We have the fancy Twitch thing with like the animation and everything.
I just gotta say, like, I love these panels so much. Like, the fact that you guys give us a platform and just like this is all so much fun. Just to like be here with you guys, banter, share knowledge. It's all amazing.
Lightning,
It's so
don't forget though. The mods are just the ones who say yay or nay. This is your idea. This is your concept. This is your shindig. Like this is your brainchild.
Yeah.
We were the ones just
It's also
shouting at
because
Lightning.
too. Like,
I still
she
think
knew
it's just
really my other half.
I just read wiki pages and pick neat trivia. Next year we do Tellius only, and then I'll actually be good at this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, please.
Honestly, I'm totally down
yeah.
for just like all Tellius and just like get all the Tellius mods in here and just like have a big clash.
How long does
Panels will
Bard know
be-
Tellius?
like,
This is a
map-
scary
the
panel.
panels will all be game-specific games.
What if
For
we
different
have, like,
titles.
A legitimate argument panel,
Uh,
like a legitimate debate panel. That would be silly.
yeah, like not like the one where it's actually like, hey, here's some obscure and funny trivia being like disguised as the one I did last year.
But like stuff where we given like
Throw
actual
down.
controversial Fire Emblem topics, and then we have to go at each other's throats.
Controversial Fire Emblem topics where there's nothing that like actually matters, but we still have like needlessly strong opinions on.
Exactly. Like it's like, should you use ests in your gameplay?
I mean, it depends on the est. Like, I don't think it's really worth using FE1 est.
We're
but,
not
like-
doing the argument now, Sven.
I think they're fun to use. I would save all my stat boosting items, pump them into the S, and just have fun.
They have growth.
Guys,
Like, what's
guys,
the
this
point
is-
of giving them
this is
stat
the
boosters if
real-
they have
Taking
growth?
advantage of their good growth rates.
Wait, I need to shut.
No, you have to have the hottest takes. I'll use any est except for actual est.
Jagan is my ass.
Oh, I didn't shut them.
Okay. I think we gotta sign off here, folks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should go to bed.
I still gotta take
God,
medicine
this
and
is-
pass out.
You don't want to
so-
stay here for another hour?
Dude, I have to wake up at 6 in the morning. If I stay for another hour, I ain't waking up.
Sorry, I couldn't hear anything over Garen going crazy.
Sorry, I'll turn that one down.
Pacing with comfort.
Yeah, I would like to close my eyes and like lose consciousness for like an expanse of time, I think.
Well, like, for me, it's like
It's
I'm both sick. I need to take my medicine. I need to be up at 6 in the morning. Like,
We've got-
I don't
we've
want to
got
stay for another
actual-
hour.
We've got an actual question. The closing ceremony is on today. So the 4th.
Monday. It's on Monday or something.
Yeah, it's on Monday. My sense of days.
Monday's
May the 4th be with you.
No, no, Monday's the 5th. Monday's the 5th.
Yeah, Monday's the 5th. It will be Monday the 5th. It will probably be the same time as the opening ceremony. We generally, I don't know why we don't put it on the schedule. I think because
That'd be a whole other day for me to make a graphic for one tiny little square that says closing ceremony, and then everything else is blank.
we
And I
are
don't
not
wanna.
going, and we are not going to do panels all the way up until it because we would all die.
Just, Daniel, I don't want to. You can't make me.
We should just do get up really early and just do the dub of radiance all the way up to the closing ceremony.
We will at everyone, like we at everyone for the opening, closing, and then like special guest panels. So like you should get pinged. We will probably just sort of generally talk about it on the final day, but it's not going to be 5 days next year, Mistro. Shush.
5-day con.
Mistral, you're still awake. I thought like the
the-
only awake mods are the ones in the call right now.
Is Mistral in the call? Is Mistral
ready,
I don't know.
I'm ready.
Aka's
I'm ready
might
to
just be
keep
sleep
going.
talking, you know. Aka's like half dead.
Huh? Dead.
Okay, not even
I'm
half dead. She's just dead.
What do you mean?
I've
I'm
been
getting
awake
my
for
second
one
win right
hour
now.
Breakfast now, and now I'm too hungry to sleep.
I'm just gonna. We should probably just call the stream, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm just gonna like
I
slowly
think
go
the-
offline.
I think the Americans are complaining that I know they're Canadians. I think the Americans are complaining that it's too late for them to be awake in their time zones multiple hours behind us.
Normal day,
Yeah.
11:20 p.m. my time is not an issue. But sick and I have to be up at 6 in the morning for the stream.
It's
No, this is nothing. We can keep going for hours. Who's with me? And then everyone just like you hear put them all the Discord log offs at the same time.
I was contemplating doing that.
Oh, yeah, Daniel will be here. Leave.
It's just empty.
It's like, yeah,
Feeling that's what
I'm on my
you like
second
for-
win. I can do this all
It's
night.
okay.
Okay, you're doing it by yourself. Bye.
I just started stream at like
Look
1 a.m. or something.
Look, there's a picture of Valencia. Look over there.
Where?
Quick, leave.
Exactly.
Everyone's gone.
2 hours ago, 3 days ago to the hour,
Okay,
I was
so
waking up to do my finals. I woke up at 6 a.m. the first day of EmblemCon. And now
That feels like it was. That feels like it was weeks ago now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
3 days ago.
Anyway,
So-
I actually like.
Time
Okay,
is a
someone left
concept.
finally. Time is an arbitration.
Did bad leave.
no, I'm still
I mean,
here. I'm just saying, like,
Actually,
I'm
I'm
gonna.
shocked that there. I look at Piano Room 1. I'm shocked there's as many people still here as there is.
Y'all are awesome. But
Anyway, this is
yeah,
your,
I'm gonna end the stream here, folks. We will see you bright and early tomorrow for the FE cosplay with Pink Fluffy Kitchicorn, another one of our regular cosplayers, bright and early in the morning. I have to be alive for that, so I'm signing off.
Good night, everyone.
All
Good
right.
night, everyone.
Good
Have a
night.
good
You all
one.
for everything.
Later.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.